time. I've bared my soul for all of Big Booty Land. But there is still something I've wanted to get off my chest. Let me ask you this.
So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost.
'Cause day and night, the lonely stoner seems to free his mind at night. He's all alone through the day and night. The lonely loner seems to free his mind at night.
Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got a real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. It's your chance to go dance at the Space Jam. Alright.
Let's have some fun, this beat is sick. I wanna take a ride on your disco stick. Let's have some fun, this beat is sick. I wanna take a ride on your disco stick. Let's play a love game, play a love game. Do you want love or you want fame? Are you in the game? No, the love game.
I get knocked out, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked out, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked out, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked out, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down.
Let's have some fun, this beat is sick. I wanna take a ride on your disco stick. Don't think too much, just bust that kick. I wanna take a ride on your disco
I
stick.
get knocked out, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked out, but I get up again.
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No, this is Patrick.
Agreement.
I wanna get numb and forget where I'm from. 'Cause looking in your eyes, like looking at the sun. I feel like you're the moon, I feel like I'm the one. I wanna get numb, I wanna get numb.
I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Far away, ricochet. You take your aim, far away.
I don't wanna know if you're playing me, keep it on the low. 'Cause my heart can't take it anymore. And if you're creeping, please don't let it show. Oh baby, I don't wanna know.
Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am
I need something you prove, something stronger than I'm used to. Yeah, I've been pulling 92 hard and feel like nothing's gonna cut it. That's the hard truth. When I told her, I said, yeah, yeah. Should've got nervous, said, come again. Hey, oh, yeah, yeah. I get so caught up, I forgot you told me. Yeah, yeah. Could be my girl, the best of all. Hey, yeah, yeah. Next thing I do,
Yeah, I need something you prove. Oh, I need something you prove. Next thing I do. Yeah, I need something you prove. Oh, I need something you prove.
I get this feeling. I wanna be where you are. I wanna be where you are. I wanna be where you
I see no changes. Wake up in the morning and I ask myself, it's like work, nigga, should I blast myself? I'm tired of being poor, need to work some black. My stomach hurts, so I'm looking for a birth to snatch. Cops give a damn about a Negro. Pull a trigger, kill a nigga, he's a hero. Get it back to the kids, who the hell cares? One less hungry mouth on the welfare.
I'm damned if I do give a damn what people say. No deal. When I need this shit they want from me. I just wanna say I'm loving
What you know about us? I got what you need. Looking for the story, then what you want. You get what you please. We about to get it. Take off the drugs. It's just you and me. You know what I be doing. I'm about to go wrong. Cause I like what I see.
California, no sound party. California, no sound party. In the city of LA. In the city of gold lights. In the city of Compton. We keep it rockin'. We keep it rockin'.
I feel bonita.
Push me and then just touch me till I can get my satisfaction.
Push me and then just touch me till I can get my satisfaction.
But baby, you hardly even know when I try to show you. Song is meant to keep you from doing what you're supposed to. Waking up too early, maybe we could sleep. Make you banana pancakes, pretend like it's the weekend now.
That girl is a real crowd, please. Small world, all her friends know of me. Young bull living like an old keys. Quick release the cash, watch it fall slowly.
Waking up too early, maybe we could sleep. Make you banana pancakes, pretend like it's the weekend now.
Smoke in the air, binge drink.
Look.
Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. So what do you say to somebody you hate, or anyone trying to bring trouble your way? Wanna resolve things in the blood of your way? Just study your tape of NWA. One day I was walking with a Walkman on. When I caught a guy, give me an awkward eye. She looking strangled him off in the parking lot with his corking eye.
Stay on my mind, think about you all the time. Got to get to know you well. If you kiss, then I will tell you. Stay on my mind, think about you all the time. Got to get to know you well. If you kiss, then I will tell.
I took the walk to Poland. I took the walk to Poland.
College educated, she graduated. Any bill she can't front, her parents paid it. The show was far, you the only one with a car out your girlfriends. But being that she's a big fan, of course she made it. Most girls wanna hide the fact of the thrill they chasing, but you just wanna get drunk tonight and fuck someone famous. So I just name a time and a place, and you're game for it. Value player, hotel room, meet you there.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. So darling, darling, baby girl, you know what I want. Let me do it to you, do it to you. Let me do you like baby girl, you know what I want. Let me do it to you, do it to you. Let me do you like so darling.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Can I be honest? I still want your hands up on my body. You still make my heart beat fast. Ferrari with me in the wave, but in the morning. Do you still want me? So baby, if you want me, you've got to show me love. Words are so easy to say. You've got to show me. Can I be honest? I still want your hands up on my body. You still make my heart beat fast. Ferrari with me in the wave, but in the morning. I need you to hold on, baby, please not so far away. Y'all know I should be the one to say we all make mistakes.
I can buy myself flowers, write my name in sand, talk to myself for hours, say things you don't understand.
When I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. And then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes back. Oh,
I can take myself dancing
my snow.
I know you're tired of loving with nobody to love. Nobody. Just grab somebody. Don't live in this party with nobody to love. Nobody.
And I saw my reflection in a snow-covered hill. Well, the landslide brought it down. Well, I've been afraid of changing 'cause I built my life around you. But time takes older, children get older, and I'm getting older too.
Then somebody said to me, nigga, why you babysitting on me? Two or three shots, I'ma show you how to turn it up a notch. First you get a swimming pool full of liquor, then you dive in it. Pool full of liquor, then you dive in it. I wave a few bottles, then I watch them all fly. All the girls wanna play, baby, watch. I got a swimming pool full of liquor, and they dive in it. Pool full of liquor, I'ma dive in it.
Up Vermont, pitched the season of the sticks, and I saw your mom. She forgot that I existed, and it's half my fault. But I just like to play the victim. I'll drink alcohol till my friends come home for Christmas.
Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time.
And I'll dream each night of some version of you that I might not have, but I did not lose.
And we gon' make you lose your mind. We just wanna see it.
Good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. We are here right now, ready for this absolutely awesome day ahead. Now, traders, before I get a little too crazy and say too many good mornings, it is 7:30 a.m. Eastern time. Let's just see if anything big starts coming on out. Let's see if anything crazy starts coming out at the 7:30 a.m. press release wave. Right now, traders, I know a lot of us are watching BOXL, but I just want to see if anything starts shooting on off at 7:30, and then we'll go through the intros. Then we'll go through again the bridge. Then we'll go through all the explaining. Then we'll go through the prep. But I want to trade. This entire week has been about, again, laying it out there. This entire week has been about grabbing, again, our profits, making us much money, not having fear, not having hesitation, but again, just going right after it. Right now, CIGL, BOXL, FEED. FEED is the best looking play as of now, right? FEED is the best looking stock as of now, trying to get a little bit of hype. ELPW, no. SUNE, no. SLAB, no. Seems like FEED is number one play. Ladies and gentlemen, does FEED have any sort of news towards it, any sort of way? Yes, it does. 31 minutes ago, FEED did come out with a press release. So again, 31 minutes ago, we did have a press release over on FEED here. And again, this stock is trying to get some hype and trying to get some momentum. So right here, it says FEED launches door-to-door online food bank to support community members with reduced mobility. Okay, that's a nice thing. It's a nice thing. I'm not talking about like it's probably going to generate a lot of profits, but that's very nice. So FEED did have a press release behind it. Stock is trying to get a little bit of hype. It has room to run up towards around the 475-ish mark, but I'm not seeing too much at this. Thoughts. Let's collect everything together and let's move forward. So what do we have right now, traders? Because there's nothing at this moment that's hitting new highs. There's nothing at this moment that is currently spiking and that every single person is running over towards. So let's break it down from start to finish to make sure that we know exactly what to be looking at. Starting on off, we do have BOXL. BOXL started spiking a little bit last night. And I just want to go through the top 5-6 plays right now to make sure that you are 100% prepared on this day. BOXL. Stock started moving a little bit last night and started picking up this morning. Does this stock have any sort of credibility behind it? Well, the best thing to do is let's just go over to the analyst alerts, see if there is any sort of BXL activity. It says BOXL 50% climb, no news. BOXL just became this morning's #1 top gainer. The stock has gapped up about 50%. BOXL has 920K in float. The stock spiked from 55 cents to $1.85 at 7 a.m. However, there is no news on the stock. Stocks with no news sometimes tend to spike and give back their gains, so it's important to proceed with caution on BOXL. The press release that was released below was released 1 week ago. So traders, there is no news on BOXL this morning, even though it was just a second ago the #1 top gainer in the stock market. BOXL, 920K in float. BOXL going from around $1.30 all the way up towards around $2. This is a play that it's not explosive. It's not like it's a pump and dump, it seems like. It seems like there are good, credible traders jumping in on this play. And I scratch my head and I ask myself why. Why is this stock moving the way it is? Why is this stock gaining hype? Why is this stock getting a bit of momentum? Now, there are unknowns in the stock market. People always ask me all the time, is stock trading a gamble? And I say you can make it a gamble. Or again, you can put the odds in your favor. I don't really think me shorting BOXL, the juice is worth the squeeze. And what that's saying essentially means is to go ahead and get juice, you got to put a lot of effort into it. You got to go ahead and you got to squeeze it. You got to be able to do things. You got to get this, whatever it may be. BOXL, it's gone from $1.50 up towards, again, $1.79 at this point. It's gone 30 cents. What am I going to do? Short, locate, pay a little bit of a fee and hopefully make 10 cents? I would rather wait for something a little bit better. So while BOXL is a top gainer on the day, there is no news that's getting me excited. Okay, so let's go ahead and short it. Well, there just isn't really much room to fall because most likely it's going to bounce off 150, and that's if it comes down to 150. There's a great chance that it might only come on down towards 175, old spiking highs up here. So for me, BOXL, I want to see a little bit more hype. I want to see a little bit more action. I want to see a little bit more excitement before I even want to get involved into a trade. Please understand, I do not care, right? I do not care what we trade today at all. I do not care. All I care is that there's movement. When there is hype, when there is action, when there is movement, that's the stock that I want to trade. EVTV, I don't know if you guys heard it or not, but it did come out with Phase, which is an AI voice alert I have set up. So EVTV, I just want to see if this one is going to spike whatsoever. Guys, EVTV did just come out with the word phase and is getting a little hype. Advances into the execution phase following an on-site engineering validation. Now, that's not really that big of a press release in any sort of way, but maybe EVTV, no, it seems like it's a little slow. We'll keep it on the back burner. Right now here, team, let's keep on going. Do I like BOXL? The answer is nah. It's nah to me. That's all it is. It's like nah. It's like spinach dip. That's how I think of BOXL. It's like I would never go to a restaurant and be like, hey, can I have spinach dip? But if I went to like a Super Bowl party and there was some spinach dip, it's like, sure, I'll grab a spoonful. You know what I mean? That's what I think of BOXL. Nah, it's like spinach dip to me. It means nothing, right? CIGL, kind of in that same category as well, but let's actually take a little bit of a step back. CIGL had a good move last night. You guys can see the stock went from $2.70, spiked up towards $5 last night. So what's actually happening over on CIGL? Let's go over to the analyst alerts and see if they again alerted this play at all. CIGL did have a merger agreement. So you guys can see last night it came out with a merger agreement for $600 million on this play. So again, when you work with another company, when you merge with another company, you are gaining that company's assets, its employees, its revenue streams, its partnerships, its connections. Your company's value will increase when you go ahead and acquire or merge with another company. So, traders, is this a good credible press release on CIGL? Yes, it is. It's gone from $2.70, spiked up to $5. Great rip. And now it's basically sitting in between a channel. If you want to trade CIGL, the greatest way to do that is by, again, looking at where support and resistance is at. The main level of support is going to be back on down towards around 380, 375. The main resistance area is going to be right around 465. So you do have 465 touch, go ahead and short it. Short it back on down towards around 380, about 80 cents. Go ahead and dip buy it. Short it, dip buy it, short it, get ready for a potential dip buy. Again, is this play going bananas? No. Is it going insane? No. Would I say it's maybe worth your time? Sure, if you are looking for maybe a small trade to kind of kick things on off. So BOXL, CIGL, kind of in the area as well. But what I will say, both have press releases, both are worth your time. Little heads on up. EVTV is trying to slightly grind a little bit right now, guys. I will be the first one to say, this is not that big of a press release, but it is having a little bit of volume. EVTV right now did have a press release that did come out. This was the one I heard on the AI voice alerts. Do you guys have voice alerts set up? Every single person should have voice alerts set up. All you have to do is click the keywords, and whenever you add a word, click the voiceover button, and it will read it out loud. So like I was just doing a lesson with you guys going over whatever other place, CIGL, and I heard the word phase. It said phase. And now I know, ooh, EVTV has phase news, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. So EVTV, this is a play that, again, it's only moving 8% at this moment, but let's be aware of it. Maybe it can catch a little fire. Maybe the stock can start moving itself on up. Maybe it would be one that we just want to keep on the back burner in case things happen. You know, I always like to bring up my short locate box. I always, again, talk about, you know, having my short locate box ready. Let's just see if EVTV, how much, let's say, it's starting to drop a little bit. If EVTV started spiking up to like 275, 290, I would probably look for shorts. And I would say, hey, you know what? This one would be a stock that would say, you know, this one has potential. 4,000 shares right here. Locate lowest. Let's just see how much this is. It's $8. So if I start seeing again, you know, maybe EVTV up towards around 260, 270, 280, it's like, all right, I'll spend $8. $8 is barely anything to possibly be able to make $300, $400, $500. You invest $8 to make $500. That's again what's so cool about stock trading is again you do very small investments to make massive returns, and that's what I love about trading. That's what I love about this job in general. Just fantastic. So right now it's actually starting to build on up a little bit. All right, I'm accepted here. If EVTV, where would be a good area to look for some shorting? Probably as close as we could to that $3 range, right? As close as we could to that $3 range would probably be the best. I'm just gonna throw in some short entries just in case I ever do get filled. Probably 275 and higher. 275, 278, 281, 287, 291. Just throwing in short entries just in case it ever does pop up towards around that $3 mark. I'll be all set, ready to go. I'll be all set to make a little bit of cash, and I'll be all set, ready to make a little bit of money. So I always like to just be prepared. Remember, the way I like to trade is I like to place entries up so high. I like to place entries up 50 cents, $1 higher. And if they get filled, I know I'm getting filled at the high. I know I'm getting filled at a great resistance line, at an area that reversals can happen. That means I don't need to trade with fear. That means I'm getting in at areas where the stock is now in my favor. So I like doing things that make me feel like when I trade, it's easy. Remember, there are so many complicated things that we have to do in trading. Why add stress? We have to find the right stock. We have to find the right play. We have to find the reversal. We have to find the best entry. We have to find, again, this. Why don't we just place entries where we don't have to face our emotions? Where we don't have to, again, be scared when we trade? How many people are jumping on a trade and you're scared? And all you're saying is, please go up, please go up, please go down, please go down. Why? That probably means we don't have a good entry. That probably means, again, we're doing something incorrect. So let's make sure, again, we are always understanding that. Right now, traders, we've gone over CIGL. We've gone over BOXL. We've gone over EVTV. Every single one of these plays is meh to me. Every single play so far is at this moment. Nothing that's too crazy. Nothing that's too wild. Little heads on up. I might have to restart my trade ideas real quick. It says not responding. Not a good sign. Whenever, again, you bring up your trade ideas and it says not responding, it's probably a time for you to go ahead and close the program, and we'll try to get this thing back on up here in a second. I'm excited for this day, though. I'm excited to work with every single person. I'm excited to work with every single trader. I hope you guys are ready to rock for this absolutely beautiful day ahead. I mean, guys, everyone take a look around. I mean, look at this. Where's our setting today? We're on a beach. Look at this beautiful beach behind us. This beach and this beautiful rocks and this random runner. That's Ashley. She's a good girl. That's Ashley just getting her nice 7:42 a.m. workout in. Not too shabby. Keep it up, Ashley. Keep up the great job. Keep up the great work. Trade ideas. Trade ideas. Why won't you work? I think we are almost back. SLAB. All right. Should be back to normal here. We still have a little bit of EVTV slowly moving ourselves on up. Remember, if that thing ever starts going up to 275 or higher, we will look for a little bit of an entry. Just a heads up for every single trader. Okay, so EVTV still, again, slowly grinding, still slowly working itself on up and still slowly getting a little bit of hype towards it. Then we also do have SLAB at this time. SLAB, if you guys are interested in a little bit of bigger plays, as of now, SLAB is the #1 top gainer in the stock market. Now, if I had to take a guess, I don't know what it is, but I'm going to make the assumption, right, that SLAB right here has gone from 136 to 205. It probably came out with an earnings report. That's the assumption that I'm going to make. Taking a look right here, let's take a go over and just see what the news is. SLAB, the #1 top gainer in the stock market, did, I would say, what is this? Today, 7 o'clock. Oh, it's actually, never mind. It's getting acquired. Texas Instruments is to acquire SLAB. Okay, so there's actually an acquisition. And that's really cool. Whenever you acquire a play, right, $450 million, the thing is you usually get acquired at a certain price. Everyone see this right now. SLAB is not worth your time in any sort of way. Not worth it. And you might say, what do you mean it's not worth it? Because it's getting acquired at $231 per share. When you get acquired at a certain set amount, that means you're not moving off that amount. That means, again, that's what the company's worth. That's what the price is, $231. When you get acquired at $231, you're not going to go higher than $231. So if you guys take a look right now over on SLAB, we're at the price of $204. Could it go a little bit higher then? Maybe up towards the price of $231? Sure. But it's not going to go really above $231. You have a ceiling, right? You have a ceiling where you really cannot break above. You really cannot get above that area. Okay? Also, little side note, EVTV is slowly coming up to my entries. Guys, EVTV, I'm actually getting my first little entries over on this play right now. So again, I am going to start slowly getting involved over on EVTV all the way up towards around the $3 mark. So EVTV here, traders, this is one that we saw come out the moment it happened over on Fox Runner, right? You guys could go back right here over on EVTV. It's actually the #3 top gainer in the stock market, 7:35 a.m., 1-star press release. It did have the word phase. So again, this is how I find stocks every single day. People think I, again, magically just know the play. No, I just use Fox Runner. The moment, again, hot news comes on out, it just pops on up for me. Now, again, let's also think about this. All right, Dek, you're getting filled at this play. Yeah, I'm getting filled at a high of the day. I have multiple entries over on EVTV, right? I have entries all the way up towards around the price of $3, right? And again, as we slowly work ourselves on up, I'm just looking for a little red candle. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not going to hold this play and try to make $10,000 off it, right? I'm basically going to see if I can pop on up towards around like $2.80, $2.90, $3, and we can get a nice short position and be able to see this thing drop back down to $2.60, $2.50. Right now, though, I only have my first entry filled. That 250 shares right there. That's it. I have my first entry filled, only 250 shares. It's barely anything. So it's not like I'm going to be able to make too much unless this stock does go higher, which I kind of want it to do. I want this stock to maybe shoot on up to 285, 290, 295. Get me more shares filled before a first red candle. But let's see if an upper shadow forms, guys. Remember, upper shadows are the best way to know that a stock is going to reverse. Upper shadows are going to be like these little upper wicks. When you have an upper shadow, it shows that the stock, again, hit a high and couldn't hold that high. So an upper shadow is simply enough going to be where a stock spikes. It shows that it cannot hold that area, and that's usually where weakness now forms. Like if we fall back on down to the 250s, 258, 259, I'm just going to take $100 in profit. So let's see if we can just make a smooth $100 here, guys. Right now, it's still building. My cost basis is 276. Over on EVTV, which is the most active mover as of now, right? SLAB, we are getting acquired or have been acquired at the price of 231. BOXL, this is again, this is my spinach dip analogy stock. It means nothing to me. CIGL, again, a stock that did have a press release last night, but again, it just means nothing to me. ELPW, stock had a spike, kind of giving everything on back. Means nothing to me. SUNE had a little bit of a spike last night, moving sideways. I know sometimes, guys, especially as a new trader, so many people say, look how good this press release is. Why is no one buying it? It does not matter. Again, press releases are just giving us a reason to buy a stock. But if a press release comes on out and no one buys it, I cross it on off. I don't care how good it is. If it doesn't get hype, it doesn't get hype. Guys, think about this. How many famous singers are there in the world that are just like decent singers? Like, nah, they're okay, right? How many times have you guys ever gone to like a bar or like some random show and the singer is incredible? Like, you're like, that's the greatest voice I've ever heard in my life. And you've never even heard of that person before, right? Like there are so many amazing singers that could be famous, they're just not. And just like there's going to be times you might find a press release and you're going to say, why is it not spiking 400%? It just never catches the hype. It's just not at the right place at the right time. We just don't see that. So the thing is, I do want you guys to understand that about stock trading. I don't care if you're like, oh, Dek, I love this press release, it doesn't get hype. I care about what's moving, right? And sometimes stocks that maybe don't have as good of press releases or have great press releases aren't going to move as much. Volume equals activity, activity equals profit. Can I make money on SLAB right now? The answer is no. I can't make money on SLAB at this moment. There's no movement. Can I make money on CIGL? Well, CIGL since last night has just been going back and forth essentially between 380 and 450. There's just not enough movement. ELPW, this stock had 5 minutes of spiking and then it faded on down. There's just not enough movement. BOXL, again, a stock that's slowly trying to creep, just not enough, juice out of the squeeze. SUNE has been sitting around $1 all the way on up towards around the price of 110, about 10 cents, all for the last 4 hours. VEED, little spike, little drop, but that's what I'm referring to. There isn't a play just yet today, right? That is saying, wow, that's the moneymaker. Wow, that's the play that's going to go crazy. Just like, again, when we had yesterday. Yesterday, guys, we had NPT. NPT, this is a moneymaker. NPT goes from the price of $5.70 and explodes up to $30. You can make money on the upside. You can make money on the downside. You can make money on a dip buy. You can make money on a short. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I want you guys to kind of refer to. Where, again, I do not care at the end of the day, honestly, what the press release is. And I know you guys might be sitting here and say, Deck, you love press releases. I do love press releases because most of the time, the odds are a great press release will lead to buying and dropping, right? But not every time. And like right now, EVTV came on out with a okay press release. It says it advances into the execution phase. We advance into the execution phase. This doesn't say that we have positive phase 2 results. It doesn't say that we have positive phase 3 results. It doesn't say that we have positive, endpoints. So why are we trading it? Well, just because EVTV is having a little bit of movement. We don't have a red candle yet. We might see a little pullback and be able to make $100. But what do you guys realize? What stands out to me the most out of my entire scanners right now? What stands out to me the most out of all my scanners at this moment is the number one top gainer is only up 51%. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the small cap world. This is the wild, wild west. This is, again, a college frat party. What we have, again, down here, we should be seeing 150, 200% spikes every single day. Like, a good day is when we have a 150, 200. Guys, there are times when the penny stock market heats on up, where every morning we wake up and we see, 4 to 500% plus spikers. 4, 5, 6. The top 6 plays are up over 100%. Like, that's what we like. That's what we like seeing. That's the plays that get us excited, right? Right now, the number one top gainer is up 51%, 43%, 37%, 36%. These plays are kind of like, jokes. They're not really up that big just yet, right? So, EVTV, we are watching this one. This is kind of what I would say is like we're doing warm-up lines right now. We're doing little layup lines. We're trying to make a free little $100. So I'm going to say once I make, $100, $150, I'm going to take my profits. Kind of kick off my day, get my gas money, get my Chipotle money. Make sure, again, I'm all set to be able to buy some range balls later on. We're up $112, ladies and gentlemen. You guys can just go ahead and take your profits, and we just made a free $100. So did everyone just make a free $100 with me? Again, that trade right there, just a little heads on up, that was an $800 investment. If you guys just had $800, you could have just made a $100 return with me. Again, we're not doing anything stupid. We're not doing anything crazy. We are just taking what we have. I'm not gonna sit here and say you guys can go buy put down a down deposit on a Lamborghini. Deck, I want the new 2025 Lamborghini Revuelto. And again, Alonzo Orange. You only made $97? I can't do that, Deck. You suck. Okay, well, the thing is, traders, we're just doing what the market can give us right now. We're warming up. We're doing left-hand layups right now. That's it. We're doing left-hand layups. We're just, again, doing right-hand layups. Reminds me back in high school when I was on, the basketball team, guys. I used to love layup lines. Little side note back in the day. Layup lines, toss one up in the air, grab it, a little right on the rim. Deck, could you dunk? I could. Guys, I'll take great pride in my team. I'll take great pride in my team. I was one of 5 kids on my team that could dunk, but I was the only white guy that could dunk. I did it. I did it. So I did have some respect. I had some respect on that court. I had some bunnies. 6'2", about a 37-inch, 38-inch vert. Probably can't dunk anymore. I don't know. I haven't tried in a long time. Right now, EVTV. EVTV, again, a little fade. Made a little bit. I'm going to cancel my other orders that I have left. And traders, the thing is, I do want to go into this. We got 5 minutes until the 8 a.m. press release wave. This is how you always can get the best entries. Traders, how did I always have an entry that was like right around the top? I didn't get filled with half my entries. I'm going to cancel these. But what was I doing? What was I doing on my trades? What was I doing on my plays? What was I doing every single day? I have taught you guys a strategy on how to consistently make money. And the way for you guys to consistently make profits day in and day out is, again, finding where do you believe we're going to turn at. And I say, guys, most likely we're going to turn right around $3. Remember, the stock was, right around that 220 mark, 230 mark, 240 mark. And what did I say? I said, hey, you know, if we can get up near around the price of $3, we're most likely going to turn and fade and fall. So what I always do, is I always do the imaginary box, right? And I say to myself, have multiple entries. This means you are going to have entries. In this case, we were going to have entries at the price of around $2.75. We were going to have entries right around the price of $2.85. We were going to have entries right around the price of $3. And maybe again, even if we wanted to a little bit higher, $3.05. I do not know that $2.82 on EVTV was going to be the top. So what I do a lot of times is I just say to myself, hey, if it hits $2.75, let's do a couple entries. And if it fades and falls from there, guess what? At least I'm slightly filled. If the stock again slightly moves on up, hey, I have a few entries. And the thing is, when you have all these entries, your cost basis will continue to climb as well. Your cost basis is here. Your cost basis is here. Your cost basis is here. So you're always, again, moving up your cost basis as well. Now, yes, you always have to have some point where you're willing to get out, where you have a stop loss and you say to yourself, you know what, I'm moving on. But as long as you guys, again, continue to keep your eyes peeled over on these plays and be able to say to yourself, oh, let me, again, kind of add onto my entries at highs, your cost basis, your average is going to move up with it, which means you're just going to have really good price points. So let's, again, stay smart. Let's stay ready here. I always do multiple entries. I never just do one entry. I usually try to do 250 share entries all around where I think resistance is going to happen. Right now, getting ourselves prepared. Shout out to you, Magic Toast. I hope you're having an absolutely great, beautiful, buttery piece of toast right now. 7:57 a.m. Get that multi-grain. Get a little bit of that nice warm butter. Not butter that's straight out of the fridge, guys. You know, the butter that's out of the fridge, again, it's all hard and it's like you try to, again, go put it on your toast and it's just breaking up into little pieces of brick and then probably even goes through your toast and ruins it. I'm talking about a nice, warm piece of butter that, again, just melts like a little tiny Lake Erie sitting on your toast right there. Thank you, Magic Toast, to again subscribe. And I also didn't see Juan Pablo Reyes subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate you being here, Juan. You are the chosen Juan. You are the chosen Juan. You cannot bend the spoon. That would be impossible. But the truth is that it's really you that are bending. Guys, let's get ready for an absolutely great day ahead. 7:57 in the market. 7:57. We have at this time 2.5 minutes until we get ready to rock and roll for a big day ahead. 8 o'clock press release wave right around the corner. Traders, can I ask, how's the music volume in the background? How's the music volume in the background? Is it good? Is it too loud? Is it too quiet? Is it just right? I want to make sure just so I don't got to worry about that the rest of the day. $7.58. Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have not yet, smash that thumbs on up. Absolutely dominate it. Go ahead and put your mouse over that thumbs on up, that like button, that retweet button, and just absolutely start clicking away. Click away. Get ready to go here, traders. So fired up on this day. So excited on this day. Good. Good. All right, team. MOBX. Trying to get a little hype. Look at MOBX. Now, again, MOBX is only 20 cents. I really don't care about a 20-cent stock. Traders, we are 27 seconds away until the 8 a.m. press release wave. All right, guys, all eyes I will again tell you exactly what to be watching. I will tell you exactly what I'm liking. All eyes at this time over on, again, Fox Runner. So guys, watch your scanners. No news has come out yet, but obviously we are getting ready and staying prepared right here. I want to have my short locate box up, ready to go in case anything looks good. Start spiking. We do have partnership over on ENTX. ENTX, first one I see, partnership press release. Not seeing too much happen right there. What about OPK on the other side of the partnership? Not too much just there. We have another partnership play over on MMA. We have approval. I'm just watching acquisition over on, guys, MMA, little quick spike. Does have a partnership on MMA, room to run up towards around 115. Little heads on up. MMA, room to run up towards around 115. That could be a quick little spiker. If you guys see anything else, please again feel free to throw it on out there. 6,000 shares, locate. It's going to cost again $0. Love that. I want to see if MMA can maybe get a little hype. MMA, if that one spikes up towards, I just want to put in some high limit orders real quick. If that one does get up towards around 112, short it. If that one does get up towards around 114, short it. If that one gets up towards around 118, short it. Just in case. I don't know if it's going to, but I'm just going to throw in some high orders right there. What else do we have here? AEMD had an earnings report, not too much there. EVGN. EVGN right here, quick little spike and quick little dump. Trying to see what is going to get the hype. POM collaboration. Do you guys see anything at 8 a.m. going crazy? MMA is the best one so far. 3-star press release does have the word partnership. You guys can see it right here. So this one's kind of standing out the most. Unfortunately, it's not spiking big though. Had a quick little rip up towards 110. I don't think I got filled on anything. I did not. Again, my orders were going to start off at around the price of 112. So guys, my orders are going to start at around 112 to 119. I did not get filled on anything on MMA right there. But again, this one basically just shot straight up and coming straight back on down. Come on, we want to see if there's anything else. I really want one play to kick off the party. I really want one play to kind of kick things on off. But MMA, you know, how am I seeing these things? How am I finding them? Again, I see number 1, 3-star press release. And number 2, I do have in purple right here, anything that comes out with the word partnership. Partnership is a very good, strong keyword. It means, again, 2 companies working together and usually are going to be growing. So that's, again, how I'm doing this. That's how I'm finding these plays, you know, so quickly and so fast. So right now here, traders, I just want to see if anything else is spiking. Right now, I think we're absolutely fine. We have SLEB. We know that got acquired at $231. Does not matter to us. CIGL, again, going through the number 2 top gainer. Does not matter to us. BOXL, again, this play does not matter to us. ELPW does not matter to us. SUNE does not matter to us. FEED, stock again, does not matter to us. ENPH, stock moving sideways at this moment. So we are absolutely fine at this moment. No reason to force anything. We were watching for a brand new hot press release to come on out on MMA. Hopefully spike on up to what I was looking for was maybe go slightly above, you know, the 50-day moving average. 50-day moving average was at 112. 200-day moving average was at 115. That's why I was looking for, again, like that 112 to 119 area. I was hoping we'd hit this bunch and then start dropping back on down. We actually just went slightly underneath it. So we just missed MMA by 2 cents. That was, you know, one of the better press releases I saw with the partnership. And that's what got the hype. That's what got the momentum. That's what got the action behind this play. I'm going to cancel those orders just so I don't forget about them. So right now in my order box, I'm going to cancel MMA. Cancel. No current entries. Right now, again, MMA, we are currently sitting with a $97 profit from, again, EVTV. But again, that's not really anything too wild or too crazy, right? EVTV, we went after this one, got filled on it, you know, made a little bit of a profit. Stock dropped on down. You know, I think we all made, what, $100 probably? So we are absolutely fine on this day. I know you guys are also watching FEED. The thing is, I don't mind FEED. But let me ask you guys this. What brings in excitement? What brings in hype? What brings in momentum? New highs. Big volume. Big spiking. FEED. This stock could definitely bring in that hype. It's 1 million in float. FEED, though, at this time, does have strong resistance right around 340. it's going to have to continue to build itself on up. Guys, does FEED have any sort of news behind it? Really quickly, let me go through the analyst alerts. Also, just a little heads up, if you guys are ever really bad at finding news right away, you guys can just sit here and watch the analyst alerts post, and they post these the moment it come out as well. So you know how I do it really quick? They have a team, I guess, that just post all the best plays the moment they come on out as well, so that you guys are all set. Do we have any news over on FEED? FEED is spiking, no news, low float. FED, low float spiker right now, no news, 1.09 million in float. FETA spiked about 30% so far today. The most recent news was about a week ago when it announced it would partner with Deliver for distribution. Low float stocks with no news, such as this one, tend to give back their gains. Watch the stock to hit resistance around 350, but with the possibility to spike up towards $5 if it gets volume. So guys, I don't believe FEED does have any sort of news behind it. Let's just again type it in, and let's just see where we're at. FEED right here. Wednesday, 1-28 was the last press release. What's today? Today's February 4th. Yeah, so the last press release we had was a partnership agreement. If this is incorrect, please go ahead and feel free to throw that on out there. But it's not like, you know, this one is going crazy just yet. I would say I do see a little bit of this ascending wedge. So again, when I say ascending wedge, what am I referring to? Building higher lows with strong resistance, right? We have higher lows being formed, strong resistance at the top. Stock trading is all about finding wedges, right? Wedges. You get, again, higher lows, you get tightness. In all reality, guys, like the thing is, I kind of like, I'm giving you guys all the gems every single day. Like, I do think about this. Maybe I'm having the worst business model in the world. Maybe I do. Because the thing is, I literally just tell you guys the answers every day. Like, I'm not selling you guys a course. I'm not doing any of this stuff. I'm literally just telling you guys as long as you guys are here watching, which is just, you know, kind of crazy. But in stock trading, you guys are always looking for two things. You guys are either looking for U-shaped patterns or you guys are looking for triangles. That's how I always think about it. Now, what do I mean? A U-shaped pattern is going to be A, you spike up to resistance. You establish where resistance is at. Let's say the price of $5. And then on top of that, guess what you do? You have a pullback, you reverse back on up, and then you get a breakout at the next break of that resistance line. So again, you establish resistance, then you look to break resistance. I always say you always want to be, again, learning the alphabet. You always, again, want to understand you have A, B, C, and D. What is A? A is going to be establishing resistance. We know $5 is going to be establishing resistance. What's B? B is going to be the pullback. We don't want to buy on A because A is where we hit resistance and fall. B is where we are falling. C, though, if you guys want to come over and take a look over on C, let me again change this right here. C is where the stock starts building back on up, higher lows. D is where you get a breakout. So again, a U shape could show an upcoming breakout. You know, A is establishing resistance, B is the pullback, C is higher lows, D is the breakout. That's a U shape. The other way, again, that we could look at stocks would be if, of course, this A line basically continues to hold, right? If we continue to hold and we hit right here, guess what? Back on up, fall back on down, move back on up, and guess what this is? Now this right here, as you guys can see, is a very strong wedge. Now what's a wedge pattern? A wedge pattern is when you guys are building higher lows and staying at resistance. It shows that the stock is gaining strength and getting squeezed in this corner until bang, you get that breakout, until you get that spike. So again, wedge patterns are going to be more consistent. Wedge patterns is squeezing every single person in a little tiny alley until, again, you break that resistance line and you go on that nice big break. So do I think FEED could be a nice play today? Absolutely. But again, FEED still has a long way to go in this wedge, right? And if this play can get tighter and tighter and tighter inside this wedge, that's where you can get a breakout. If this play can get tighter and tighter and tighter inside this wedge, that's where you can get a move. That's where you can get a spike. That's where you can get that climb. So FEED, we got to just keep our eyes peeled on this for the future. But again, we're always watching for those U-shapes and those breakouts. We're always watching to see if these plays are going to be able to, you know, push and squeeze and start working themselves on up even higher. 8:09 a.m. right here. So no big spikes yet. Our number one top gainer on the entire day is a 50% top gainer. Guys, that is barely anything at this moment. All right. Guys, hey, hit that thumbs on up. Let's get ready to rock. Dek, can you go over your Fox Runner scanners for us? Sure. Just because it's a little bit slower today, we can go over that right now together. So a little heads on up. Let's do that together, guys. And I'll show you everything on how I use this scanner so that you guys are all set, ready to go before we get ready to 8:30. First things first is if you guys have not, go over to Fox Runner and download it for free. Download the free version. Obviously, I use the premium version. I like to get all the keyword alerts. I like to get the AI voice alerts. I have, again, Fox Runner over on my phone. So I get all the alerts over on my phone so I never miss anything either. So just a little heads on up. Go over here, download it on foxrunner.com, and then you guys will be all set. Now, after you guys download it, let's go over how we can truly use this and how it makes our life simple. Okay? I want to, again, break it on down from start to finish right now so every single person is good moving forward the rest of this week. So the way I always like to think about this, and again, why this is so helpful, why I hype this up so much, is because number one, if we just go over to a very simple screener, such as Finviz, we know, guess what? It's very tough to find the best spikes of the day, isn't it? This is the number one question that people ask me every day. As a new stock trader, the number one question that people ask me is, how do you find the best stocks every day? Right? We go over and we go to finviz.com and we see yesterday, TIRX spiked 98%, GXAI spiked 41%, FATN spiked 40%, POAS spiked 33%. We just say, wow, I wish I found that before it started happening. I wish I knew there was a way for us to be able to find what stocks came out with news that led to the 100% spike. Because stocks don't spike 100% randomly. They spike 100% because there's credibility, because there's a reason behind it. Does that make sense, everyone? So now you have to ask yourself, well, how do we find what stocks are the best? Well, traders, there's a few things that you need to know. Number one, there are 10,899 stocks available. Let's think about this in a very simple analogy. Let's imagine there's a big bag of marbles, okay? And in this big bag of marbles right here, they are all red. 10,899 red marbles. All right. So let me again grab this. And let's say this represents right here 10,899 marbles. So I'm just going to click a whole bunch of dots here. And this is going to represent all of an individual stocks. Now, if someone told you right now, go ahead and pull out the one blue marble, that's going to be very difficult, right? That's going to be a very tough thing to do in this bag of marbles. Reach your hand in and find that one right there. That's going to be very tough. So the thing is, how do we do that? Well, number one is that you need to understand stocks' characteristics. Stocks that spike tend to do what? Stocks that tend to rip and run are usually lower floats. ELPW is 3 million in float. CIGL is 1.51 million in float. BOXL is 920,000 in float. SUNN is 3 million in float. FEED is 1 million in float. For anyone who does not know, the float are the shares available to the public. The lower the float, the lower the supply. And when you have a hot press release, now you have a high demand. Let's think about it like this. Imagine if there was one house for sale and there were 100 people that wanted to buy that house. What's going to happen to that house price? It's going to increase dramatically because everyone wants to buy that house. That's what's happening when you have these plays. You have a low float play, a low supply, and CIGL comes out with a good earnings. ELPW comes out with a partnership. BOXL comes out with, phase 3 news, whatever it may be. You have a low supply, you just came out with a good press release, and that's why these stocks increase in value so quickly. So what's going to be the best place to find top gainers? Every day, low float stocks. So now, if we again go ahead and we just break this down and make our life very easy right here, let me again bring back Finviz. Let's just go ahead and say to ourselves, okay, let's look for stocks that are under 20 million in float. Well, now there's only 1,900 plays available. Guess what? Our bag of marbles right here, guys, just became a lot smaller, right? Didn't we? Our bag of marbles right here just went from 10,000 marbles to about 1,900. Now, guess what? What are our odds now of possibly pulling out that one blue marble? Guys, very good. And, we're getting better, way better than 10,000. Still not great. 1 out of, again, 1,900 isn't great. Okay? But now, again, at least we eliminated about 80% of the field. Now, with that being stated here, traders, out of all of these 1,913 plays, we go over to Fox Runner right here. And we realize that out of all these 1,913 plays, probably only about 300 of them are going to come out with news on this specific day. So now, guys, guess what we're doing? We're going to eliminate a little bit more until there's only about 300 marbles. Because again, 300 press releases. We're looking for the one best spike of the day, the one best top gainer. Well, we know we can't do it out of 10,000, so we eliminate some of those. And now again, out of that 10,000, out of the low float plays, there's only about 1,900. But out of that 1,900, there's only probably about 300 that come out with news. And then out of the 300 that come out with news, there's probably only about 100 of them that actually have good keywords, such as positive results, or again, agreements, or drug trials, or this or that, or partnerships. So then again, we can eliminate a little bit more. And now at the end of this, guys, we basically maybe have 20 press releases, 20 different stocks to choose from. What's better chances of you pulling out that blue marble? 1 in 10,000 or 1 in 20? So all we're doing here, what this scanner does so well, is it gives me, not again, like, it's not gonna be like, this is the best play here, but it's gonna give me probably the 1 of 20 rather than the 1 of 10,000. So the best way for you guys to set this up every single day, this is what I want you guys to do right here and right now, okay? Is I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller so everyone can see. This is basically like the default version right now at this moment, okay? What I want you guys to do is, number one, I want you guys to study all your keywords. Keywords. You do not ever need to actually read a press release. You never have to read the entire press release. All you have to do is read the keywords of the press release in the title. So again, if a stock comes out with positive phase 3 drug trials that have cured cancer, I don't need to read the details. The title is all I need. So again, if what I'm always looking for is 3-star words and 4-star words. Those are the best ones. Okay? Now, let's read this a little bit. Phase 1, grants, investor, accepted, signs, merger, gain, wins, accepts. Let me get rid of that. Phase 2, receives, FDA approval, expand, achieves, achievement. 3-star words, demonstrates, treatments, partnerships, collaboration, awarded, demonstrates, significant, significantly, collaboration. These are words that again lead to spikes. For example, if a stock comes out and says they have positive top line results on phase 3 drug trials that achieve, right, groundbreaking top of the line studies, that's a very good press release. If a press release comes on out and says we have a new, right, let's say we have a new, merger agreement, that could possibly bring in some hype. They could say we have a new contract, right? That's 2-star word and a 1-star word. That could bring in a little hype. So what we're always looking for is we are looking for 3-star words that could possibly bring in a lot of hype and momentum. Now what you can do is take all the 3-star words you have right here, the 3-star words, and go over to your keyword list and then add them all. So what I like to do is, out of my favorite words, I put them in gold. So I like the word meaningful, meaningful results, groundbreaking results, phase 3 results, positive results, cancer results, top of the line data, approval. These are words that bring in a lot of hype and momentum. So for instance, let me put meaningful in. I type in the word meaningful, right? Meaningful. I put whatever emoji I want, money emoji. I put that in gold, and then I click this button right here, voiceover. And then I go ahead and I add it to my list. And now you guys can see meaningful is a gold word that whenever it comes on out, it will be read out loud and it's going to appear right here in gold. So that's going to be extremely important that we are again seeing these words that are meaningful. So if we take a look at today, what did we see? We saw the word, we saw MMA, right? MMA, wasn't that a good one at the time of 8 o'clock here today? We saw that stock start coming out with a little bit of hype and momentum. Unfortunately, it did come crashing on down at this moment. But MMA, 3-star word. Why did I like that one so much? Because it did have the word partnership, which is, again, why MMA started going on this very big spike, rip, and run, right? Now, I know I didn't show you guys this here before, but again, go to your additional filters. Click additional filters and go to 0 to 30 million. So you have to do 0 to 30 million so we eliminate the other 10,000 other options. Remember, so again, go to the additional filters, go to the very bottom, type in 0 to 30 million. So we have 0 to 30 million float. All of these stocks are now low float plays. We're only getting the low float news, 0 to 30 million. We are looking for, again, 3-star press releases And again, I also added all the 3-star press releases. The gold ones are my favorite. You guys can come up with any color system you guys want. I also do red as the words I hate. So again, I hate the words upcoming meetings, offerings. We have potential. Whenever we come out with red words, I tend to stay away from them. They usually don't spike whatsoever, right? Now, if there is something new and fresh, like when the SpaceX IPO came on out, or the SpaceX, when they said, hey, we're gonna have that upcoming IPO, guess what? I added the word SpaceX. Now, SpaceX really isn't as hot anymore. Starlink isn't as hot anymore, but you can always add words that are currently hot, like rare earth, silver, gold, things like that, that might be able to go on big spikes, big rips, and big runs. Like, for instance, right here, let's just kind of look through this and see if there's any sort of big spiker, ripper, or runner. So like for instance, we have MOBX right here, right? MOBX, this stock is only a 1-star press release, right? But maybe you like a word here. Maybe you like the word drone, right? Hey, Dek, whenever I see the word drone, I tend to see that this stock has gone on spikes. Drones are hot. Drones have been something very popular. Drones are something that I really like. If you really like the word drones, first things first is go to your hot press release words, go on down to the bottom right here, edit your keyword list, go down to 3-star words and add the word drone or drones, right? And then you can go ahead, click enter, and then click save. And now these words are going to be used whenever you see the word drone. Okay, great. Hot press release is going to be updated. Now guys, look what's happening. MOBX is now a 3-star word for you. You guys can also see the word drone is highlighted, as it is a 3-star word that's now highlighted. But you know what? I like drones a lot. Like, drones are my favorite. So now go over here to, again, your keyword list, keywords, and type in the word D-R-O-N-E, drone. Add whichever one you guys want right here. Let's just put a little crown, put it in gold right here, or whatever color you want. Let's just say I put this one in blue. Add your voice alert towards it so it's good, and watch what will happen. Watch right here. Watch where it says drone. The moment I add this, now it's highlighted in purple with your crown. So now you have to understand, or blue, and say to yourself, okay, color code it the way you want. Drone. That's a word I like. I love drones. I love, again, that's a big thing coming on up. 3-star word now, drone. So you guys can customize it any way that you guys like. So for me, I just kind of keep it simple. Gold words are my favorite. Red words are the words I don't like. Maybe you keep gold words as like your go-to words. Red words are the words you don't like. You again make 3-star words the words that you're really interested in. Maybe again you put purple words as more as like speculative words, like growth stocks. Maybe like, EVs, electric vehicles could be one. Maybe again space stocks could be in a different color, whatever it could be. But again, you can add voice alerts here. But I do think it's important also to again make sure that you guys are adding, you guys are again putting that low float. But I don't have any crazy filter set or anything. I don't have, again, current price or this. I want to see news. Now, again, you do have the option as well to turn off. Hey, I don't want to see anything that's not a 3-star press release. So you guys could say, I want to turn off 1-star words. I want to turn off 2-star words. I'm going to turn off anything that has no star. And now I only get 3-star and 4-star words. But I'll be honest with you, you're probably going to miss out on some plays though. Like if you do that, you're probably going to miss out on some plays. So I personally do like to have every single press release to come on out. And then I like to kind of, defer it myself to be like, all right, hey, this is worth watching or this is not worth watching. But this is why, just a little heads on up. And this is how I'm able to find plays so quickly. Number one, I know what are the best plays. And if you guys need a little cheat sheet, click this button right here, the download keyword list at the bottom. Click that little cheat sheet. And you guys are going to be able to get this right here. Let me open this on up. Here's your little cheat sheet. Hot keywords. Study this. Remember this. Make sure that you guys are all set. These are words that usually lead to spiking or can help put spiking. Remember, people come up to me and they say, hey, is stock trading a gamble? Is stock trading, again, are you just randomly jumping in as a casino? Well, let's just think what it was. If yes, if I just randomly bought 1 out of 10,000 stocks that came out with news, I'm gambling. But what if I bought the one stock that had a low float, a low supply, with a 3-star or 4-star word the moment it came on out with a hot press release, and the stock again starts spiking, ripping, and running, and I'm in first? And I'm in at the bottom, and I'm in within the first 10, 20, 30 seconds. Or maybe I see the stock come out with a hot press release and I'm aware of it, but I take the first 10 to 15 seconds to locate my shorts and put a super high entry. Or maybe I see the stock come out with a hot press release, go on a big time spike, and now I'm getting ready for the dip buy. So if I find the best plays with a 3-star press release, with again a lower float, with a stock with hot credible news, and I'm one of the first people aware of it, am I now gambling? Guys, you're putting the odds extremely in your favor. So the thing is here, team, this is how I don't know what else I could say. This is literally how I find the golden nuggets every single day. Now let's say again, this is all new and a little overwhelming to you. Remember, just chill over on this page. Chill over on the analyst alerts page. They will literally just post the best news the moment they come on out. Now, if you do not know, news comes out every 30 minutes. So it's 7 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30 is when the hot news comes on out, with every smaller little press release waves coming every 15 minutes. So every 15 minutes, it'll be 7, 7:15, 7:30 big wave, 7:45 maybe, 8 o'clock big wave, 8:15 maybe, 8:30 big wave, 8:45 maybe, 9 o'clock big wave. But this is how I'm able to find the best plays. Now, obviously, I have little cheat sheets up here. You know, what are the best top gainers with news or filings, right? Obviously, after stocks go on very big spikes, rips, and runs, they do show up right here. Hey, what are the best stocks, you know, overall on the day? Best stocks overall on the day. Again, they show up right here so that we're all set, ready to rock and roll. But I can't make it any easier for you guys. This is how you find the future top gainers on Finviz. This is how you find the future best spikers of the day. Every single one of these plays has the opportunity to spike if it's a 3-star word that's highlighted with voice alerts, and also you guys can download the app and you guys are all set, ready to go to be able to get all the keywords over on the app as well. They don't have analyst alerts yet. They're coming out with analyst alerts very soon, and they're coming out with watch list, you know, push alerts on their app as well very soon. But again, you guys can be able to get all the keywords sent to your phone so that you guys are all set, ready to rock. So, is that helpful, everyone? Is there anything I'm forgetting right now? I always like to go over that every now and then to make sure that you guys understand. Like EVGN. EVGN is up has a 3-star press release. Once again, why is it highlighted in blue? Because blue is agreement. So however you guys want to color code it to just help you guys on out. Again, gold is my favorite words. Red are words that I stay away from. And then I kind of mix and match some other plays in there. But I know some people that do it like very specifically. Hey, every rare earth metal stock, you know, rare earth metal words, those are going to be in yellow. Anything that has to do with space, that's going to be in blue. Anything I hate could be in red. Anything in gold is going to be this color. Anything in purple is going to be this color. So again, you know, it makes your life simple. In the world of stock trading, simplicity does it. Now again, FoxRunner is the only news scanner that has real-time pricing with keywords, AI voice alerts, and a mobile news feed as well. Only scanner I've ever found. So, Eggnog Deck, this is changing my life. Absolutely. I mean, guys, once you learn this and study it, it literally, again, helps you in every single way. How come I can't scroll up or down? Again, there's a scroll bar on the side, and also there's a scroll bar on the side, and also you can use your mouse. But lickety split, they actually just added the scroll bar last week. You might be using the last version. So they just updated a version last week. Uninstall yours, add the new version on the homepage. Uninstall it, download the new version on the homepage, and again, that'll be the newest version. There's a scroll bar that they added. All right, guys. So now what's coming on up? Everything I just taught you, let's put it into work. 8:30 press release wave coming on out in 1 minute. 8:30 press release wave coming out in 1 minute here for every single person. Deck, what's the difference between the free and premium version? The free version, you only get like 3 keywords to type out. The free version, you only get like 3 AI voice alerts. The free version, you don't get any of the features. You do get the news feed, but you can't like put any keywords or AI voice alerts or change again like ratings. You don't have any customization really. You do get a news feed, which is great, but again, it's only like $2 a day, so it's to me 100% worth it. All right, guys, let's get ready to rock. 8 a.m. 8:30 press release wave come out in 15 seconds. EVGN right here. Guys, EVGN. Ooh, did this one just spike? Am I? I don't have any entries on EVGN. EVGN, I did have entries. Where at? Up in the 120s. I canceled those, a little while ago. EVGN is still trying to spike a little bit. Not a bad play. I am going to be watching for brand new news, though, coming on out here. Let's see if we get anything big. Let's see if we get anything big. No news yet. The 8:30 press release wave is starting on up here in just a moment. Let me again kind of set this on up. Guys, here comes the news right now over at 8:30 a.m. Success. New keyword that just came on out. Phase as well. All right, guys, repurchase. CLPS. Let's find the big spiker. CLPS might be one we got to keep our eyes peeled on. We do have an agreement over on WLFC. That's highlighted for me, but no volume. Receives a $17 million purchase order. YDDL. YDDL. Keep your eyes peeled on YDDL. Receives a $17 million purchase order. That one could possibly go on a rip and run. If that one starts getting any sort of buying volume, YDDL, there's a chance that that could spike. So again, I always find the press release I like, type it in on the level 2 and see if there's buying volume, right? See if there's hype, see if there's action. Notice the word drone, 3-star word drone just showed on up right there. No hype on YDDL at this moment, but that's my favorite press release so far at 8:30. We have a repurchase program, repurchasing 1 million shares over on CLPS. That's again a highlighted keyword. Nothing there just yet. We're kind of lacking volume over the last 2 days. Wouldn't you guys agree? Over the last 2 days, we're kind of lacking volume. But remember, I have the answers here. If we are going to see a spike, it's most likely going to be YDDL, it's going to be WLFC, or it's going to be CLPS. Like, the thing is, how great is that? There's 10,000 stocks out there. I know the top 3, CLPS has the word repurchase program, WLFC does have a word agreement, and YDDL has, again, receives a $17 million purchase order from a Japanese supplier. So I want to see if one of these plays can start getting a little bit of hype and momentum. BDRX trying to get a little bit of hype as well. BDRX, quick little pop over on BDRX. That's coming crashing back on down. So again, little bit of hype here and there. Wanted to see again if anything is going to take it on off. If YDDL starts breaking, I'm going to say the price of like 7. I mean, the spread is so big and there's no volume. But that's a good press release. Receives $17 million purchase order. I'm not in on this play, as you guys know. I will always show you guys my positions. My position box, barely anything right now at this moment. But YDDL, if this one does spike, it's going to most likely try to spike up towards $9 and then retreat. It's going to most likely try to hit $9, old spiking high. Actually, the highest of all time, YDDL, up towards around $9 and go from there. NIVF also just came out with a quick press release. NIVF came on out with Capital. Capital successfully activated commitment on tokenization real estate bond. Again, we're just lacking a little volume today. Phase just came on out over on RGNT. Not too much action just there either. So again, remember, we could have great press releases. But if we don't have volume, everyone write this down right now. What is the secret to success of a breakout? What's the perfect recipe? Now, I always think about this, guys, as like baking a cookie. You guys want a perfect cookie. You guys do need sugar. You guys need flour. You guys need chocolate chips. You guys need butter. You need a little vanilla. That's the perfect cookie. At the same time, you need a perfect 1 or 2 things to make a big breakout happen. Number 1, you usually need a lower float stock. We already went over that. Number 2, you usually need a hot press release, a reason for people to buy into a low float stock. And number 3, you need volume. Volume is going to be the activity of people buying in on these plays and getting themselves involved. So the thing is, right now at this moment here, traders, we are keeping our eyes peeled. We have a great press release on YDDL. We have a lower float play over on YDDL, but at the same time, we're missing that one key ingredient, which is, volume. And if you don't have the key ingredients, even if you miss one thing on a cookie, the cookie don't taste as good, right? If you don't put sugar in the cookie, it's not going to taste as good. If you don't put flour, it's not going to be as good. So I kind of need every little thing here. I'm still watching YDDL to see if that's creeping on up. Lickety Split just downloaded the newest version on Fox Runner. Awesome. Yeah. So was that it? Were you using an old version? Right now here, traders. Let's just stay ready. Still nothing going crazy just yet. Nothing going crazy just yet. Guys, DSS, this is why I put red. Guys, look at this. DSS. Why are there some words that I put in red? Because again, like offering. When you come out with an offering, that's, you know, that's one of the worst things you can see. Now, there's a difference between an IPO. An IPO is an initial public offering. When you come out with an initial public offering, it's the first time the stock is available to the public. But when you come out with an offering when the stock is already available, it means you're putting more shares out to the public. When you put more shares out to the public, that makes the current supply shares less valuable. For instance, if there was one diamond in the entire world, that one diamond would be very expensive. But what if all of a sudden we found 1 million diamonds? Well, that one diamond, the price isn't the same, because now I have different options. I have different sellers to go to, and I could probably get a better price. So when you see the word offering, it's more shares out to the public, which makes the current shares less valuable. So like when I see an offering, I just stay away. Red, that's bright red in my eyes. That's red offering, red word I stay away from. You know what I mean? So like these are the little nuggets that make our life easy, our little secrets. Remember, it has to be 30 million in float. Understand what makes 1-star, 2-star, 3-star words so great. Pick your favorite keywords and your favorite trends. Color code them the way you want. Turn on voice alerts, and also again download the app for all your keywords as well, and you'll get everything sent to you. There will never be a day that you do not know exactly what's going on. There will never be a day that you do not know exactly what's happening. MOBX, trying to get the hype, trying to get the momentum. Right now here, traders, no big spikes, no big rips and runs for us. So far, we are all sitting back on our hands. How is SNDK? Guys, SNDK, I want to see a little Vuzi, V-U-Z-I, little Vuzi hype. I like it. VUZI, little Vuzi action right now. VUZI trying to slowly grind itself on up at this moment, 260 to 280. Now, I will say, you will be having the 50-day moving average coming up at the price of 299. 299, probably it might go a little bit higher up towards around the price of like 311, 312. So VUZI, a little bit of action that you guys can continue to keep your eyes peeled on. So we'll see what we get. Nothing's gone crazy though yet. Nothing's going on big spikes. Nothing's gone on big runs. Also, little side note for all the Foxrunner users, February 26th, which is about 3 weeks away from now, Foxrunner made a partnership with Bazinga. Bazinga is like $300, $400 a month. It's very expensive. Foxrunner is now going to have access to all of Bazinga's news feed and headlines. So Bazinga comes out with a lot of exclusive press releases that you have to pay for. You know, very kind of like only comes out on that. Foxrunner made a partnership with them where now they are going to match servers. And now again, in the next 4 weeks, you guys are going to get all the same news from a $400 scanner. So I am pumped about that as well. And that's about 3 weeks away to be able to get not only again Foxrunner news, but also all of Bazinga's news as well. I posted last night, SNDK, guys. SNDK. If this thing comes on up towards $875, $900, I am going to be shorting the entire thing. I put this out here last night. I said, SNDK, shorting my life savings at the price of $910. Save, bookmark, screenshot, display. I also wrote this out as well here, traders. I talked about this yesterday. I'm not going to read this right now, but I just wanted to go over why is gold and silver spiking. I said I'm going to give you the best, simplest example. Basically, I was thinking to myself, because I got in this question a lot. People said, why is gold and silver spiking? So I said, I'm going to write this out so a 5th grader could understand it. I'm not calling you guys dumb. I'm not saying, oh, you're stupid, but I'm saying I hate when I read things and I can't understand it. When they're using like big terms and I'm like, I don't get what's happening. So basically, if you guys want to check this out, this is over on my X account right now. I go into the step by step, why is gold spiking? Why is gold rising? Why is it up so big? Right? And again, I appreciate everyone, bro. You couldn't have explained it better, right? You know, so I just wanted to make it very, very simple, very easy for every person. And why is gold spiking? Why is silver spiking? And also, why is Bitcoin falling? Yeah, gold and silver did get a big dip buy. Gold and silver did get that big dip buy. Really spit. Why is Carl Icahn a 3-star word? I think that's just because like he's a billionaire investor. Like it'll be like if Bill Ackman invests into stock XYZ would spike. Carl Icahn buys stock XYZ, it would go on a very big spike. If Elon Musk, like, so I think it's just more of like if he purchased a certain play. Again, you could delete it, you could change it, you can edit it any way you want. Added Uber on the dip buy to $72. Does Uber earnings come out today? Am I crazy? Or is today an Uber earnings day? So I believe Uber has its earnings, or did it already come on out? I'm not sure. Guys, I'm really hoping we get some sort of more action in the near future here. I'm really hoping at 8:45 something steps up. I really would like to be able to get a nice big breakout. I would really like to be able to see a nice big squeeze. I mean, so far today we have had one trade, but we don't have anything that's getting the people excited. I want to get the people excited, even if I have to do it myself. I'll get you excited. I'll get you motivated. I'll get you ready to rock and roll. I don't care what it takes. What's today? Wednesday? Wacky Wednesday. Weenie Hut Wednesday. We're going to pass out hot dogs. Spencer's Ballpark Hot Dog Wednesdays. I'll be honest, I haven't had a hot dog in probably 15 years. I don't remember the last time I had a hot dog. Maybe today could be the day. Maybe. Probably not, but maybe. Never know. Right now, still again, staying alert. All right, traders, let's go through again the analyst alerts. Everyone, again, take a step back. Let's go back to the analyst alerts page. And let's go all the way down to the very bottom. All right, this is how I do my prep every morning. This is how I go over everything. Click the analyst alerts, scroll on down. Let's go through this together. Number 1, Americans are investing more in stocks than ever before. According to a recent Federal Reserve data as of Q3 2025, U.S. households are now allocating a record 47% of their financial assets to equities, stocks including direct holdings, indirect ones like mutual funds or retirement accounts. This share has jumped 16.6% points during the 2020 pandemic. So guys, over the last 4 years, we are seeing nearly half of Americans put in half their financials into the stock market. I feel like, again, if I had to guys, to be frank with you, being a U.S. citizen, being a U.S. American, being a 32-year-old who lives here, I will say it is probably a dramatic split. There is probably, I would say, 10% of people that are extremely financial savvy. There is probably 10% of people who are just absolutely reckless and have no idea what to do with their finances. And then it kind of goes to like 40% of people put money in the stock market, 40% of people don't put their money in the stock market. You know, I definitely want you guys to be smart with your trading. Start smart with investing. You know, yes, I understand that stock trading is exciting. It gets the heart racing, it's fun, you can make money every single day. But please note, this is not just like, I don't just day trade, right? What else do I do? I also have a long-term retirement portfolio, right? I have a long-term retirement portfolio that consistently makes money year after year. I have my fun trading live account that I use to be able to live off of. But then I have my retirement account that I don't touch really, and I want to see in 30 years. That's what I like to do with those funds. So again, please understand the stock market, there's multiple different ways. Have your dividend place. Have your, again, long-term investment place. Have your retirement place. Have your swing trades. Have your day trades. Right? There's different ways to be able to profit in the stock market as safely as possible. People say diversify in different places, but you can also diversify in different strategies as well. I'm not saying trying to do every different strategy a day, but have a long-term account, have, let's say, a yearly account, and have, again, a day trading account. That's very good. What else do we have here, traders? The S&P 500 stocks and their pullbacks from highs. There are some very popular plays right now that are down. Now, again, popular doesn't always mean good, but at the same time, a lot of these plays are good. For instance, Microsoft. Guys, Microsoft is almost down towards a 52-week low. It's down 26% right now. AVGO, Broadcom, one of the most popular plays bought out by politicians. We are seeing Nvidia. We're seeing Meta, Qualcomm, Oracle, CrowdStrike. We're seeing Netflix. Netflix is down nearly 40% from its 52-week highs. So the thing is, there's a lot of plays right now. I know we look at the stock market and we always say, wow, these plays are up so high. Oh, wow, the S&P 500 continues to hit record highs. That doesn't mean every single play is hitting brand new record highs. That doesn't mean every single stock is overbought. There's a lot of great plays right now that you are saying to yourself, oh, wow, hey, there's a plays right here that I could get great dip buys on. So you can see a lot of plays have been getting hurt. These companies are extremely popular and are near 52-week lows. Palo Alto, very popular. Spotify, ServiceNow, Blackstone, right? These are all companies you can look at, right? Netflix down nearly 40% from highs. Adobe down 17% in the past month. Snow down 22%. Shopify down 27% this month. PayPal down 28% this month. Bitcoin down 30% in the past 3 months, right? So, I mean, there are a lot of plays that you know of that are actual good companies, but the stock price is just getting beat up right now. So, we will see what we get. Defense contract stocks are poised for explosive moves. So we are seeing, again, a couple defense contracting companies, ONDS, KRKNF. Guys, I will say probably the one that is creeping on up. The one that I think is under the radar and is starting to get more attention over on social media is KRKNF. Has anyone checked out this play? Do your research on it. I'll throw it out there right now. KRKNF. This play has just been, take a look at like a monthly chart. Look what it's done. 29 cents to $1 to $2 to $3 to $4 to $5 to now to $6. KRKNF is a robotics company that has gone on essentially like a 1,000% spike over the last month. It is kind of crazy to think that this stock was around 50 cents and now it's up near around $6. We're up like 1,200% on KRKNF. It's a robotics company. It's getting a lot of hype and it's getting a lot of attention. Now, we just went over a lot of stocks that were getting beat up over the last, month. But uranium stocks, aka nuclear plays, actually just had their best day of 2026 yesterday. Uranium is climbing as nuclear gains in more acceptance. Yesterday, we saw the strongest day in the uranium market in 2026. UUUU, UEC, DNN, URNJ, URNM, URA, CCJ, NXE. These are all plays that are being absolutely fantastic stocks. These are all plays that are bringing in so much hype and so much momentum. These are all plays that a lot of traders definitely enjoy. So if you are big into nuclear, and you're saying, you know what, I don't want to invest into a nuclear company. I don't want to invest in Oklo. I don't want to invest into BWXT. I don't want to invest into a nuclear stock. You can invest into rare earth nuclear, aka uranium. That's something you guys can take a look at. Walmart joins the $1 trillion market cap club. Guys, there are only a few plays out there that are worth $1 trillion in market cap. Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Meta, Tesla, Nvidia, Berkshire Hathaway, Eli Lilly, Broadcom. But the thing is here, team, now Walmart has joined it. Guys, I'll be honest, like Walmart's a beast. I see Walmarts everywhere. Does anyone go to Walmart? I will say this. While Walmart is everywhere, I would rather go somewhere else. I always feel like I'm in a circus, at Walmart. Not like that it's crazy. Just sometimes, again, the people I see there, and you might know what I'm talking about. There's usually, like, guys, okay, this is an honest story. The last time I went to Walmart, okay? Last time I went to Walmart, I saw a lady dragging a dog that wasn't walking. It was just sitting there, and it was just getting dragged across the field. And I said, okay, that's fine. No big issue whatsoever, right? Then I start walking a little bit more, and I see, again, 2 kids chucking a football from, again, one side of like one aisle, like 6 aisles over people's heads, trying to catch it. Not catching at all, slamming into the action figures. Things are exploding all over the place. Then on top of this was the most craziest one. A guy walked past me. He had no legs. He just had 2 crutches. And he was just walking with the 2 crutches, just a floating torso. 2 crutches walking by, nothing in his hands. Just 2 crutches, a floating torso, walking down aisle 12. That was the last time I went to Walmart. A dog just getting dragged, footballs flying over my head, and a guy with no legs, just again walking on crutches. It was absurd. I haven't gone back since. But the thing is, it gets its profits. $1 million market cap here, guys. Or $1 trillion market cap. So, they're doing well. They are doing well. I will say that right now. Now, I'm not saying all amputees go there. You guys can go wherever you want. But I'm saying seems like it's the store of choice. AMD came out with the earnings last night. AMD Q4 earnings summary. AMD did come out with the earnings. Guys, AMD got beat up last night. I don't know if you guys saw this or not. But AMD, this play right now is getting a pretty big drop. AMD is one of the fan favorites, guys. It is the competitor to NVIDIA. And AMD had a pretty big drop right there. SMCI, on the other hand, Super Microcomputer came out with the earnings last night. AMD came out with good earnings but dropped. SMCI came out with great earnings and went on a very big spike. So AMD, bad earnings. SMCI, good earnings. Also, this is my place right here. Chipotle, baby. Chipotle earnings summary. Didn't really do that much. They are seeing a slowdown in, customers, though. CMG did have a drop, trying to recover slightly, but they are seeing a slowdown. It's saying the momentum will fuel our next phase of growth, but they are seeing a lack of, again, customers at this moment. You know what the lack is? They got rid of that really good chicken. I forget what it was. It was like a spicy teriyaki chicken. It used to be so good. I used to go there probably twice a day and be like, hey, give me a double. Give me a bowl and give me double the protein. They got rid of it. Now I go maybe once every 2 weeks. Little heads on up for you guys. Best and worst sectors in the stock market. The best sectors in the stock market: materials, industrials. Look at this, guys. Nuclear and uranium. That sounds funny. Nuclear and uranium, aka just had its best day yesterday. So you can see what's doing so great. What's the worst sector right now? Software and cloud data, AI, electric vehicles. Traders, kind of crazy to think about. What? Hold on. Time out. The bottom 3 sectors, AI, is in the worst sectors right now of 2026. Uh-oh. Right? That's a little nuts. Guys, are energy stocks about to make a gold-like run? Traders, this was gold before its explosive move. Is energy getting ready to go? Energy plays getting ready for big pops, getting ready for a big move. So we love looking at these similar setups. Now, they're not always going to tell the future, but they're fun. They're exciting. Can you guys see this? And let me again let me move this over here for a second. Very similar setup, very similar idea, very similar run right there. So I think that is very fun and very cool. We also had ENPH came out with its earnings. These are more press releases today. ELPW closed an offering. SUNE got rid of its debt. CIGL had a merger agreement. Tuesday's top gainers, top losers. RTX. And then this is all the news of this morning. This is all the news of today. This is all the news that, again, we kind of have been watching. VUZI, that was a stock that was trying to get a little hype here today. CHCI had a partnership. Hey, we're pretty much good. Let's see if we get anything at 9 a.m. GRI, I see again, John talking about GRI. GRI just came out with their earnings reports as well. So GRI trying to get a little bit of momentum. Let's go back to this. But guys, as you guys can tell, it's always great to kind of get that little morning prep. Make sure, again, we understand what's happening, understanding what this day is going to be bringing us, understanding, again, where the hype is going to be taking us here. But so far, I will say January was incredible. January was miraculous. Guys, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but January was a day where I only had one red day of all January. I finished off with around $14,800 in January. About a $15,000 a month trading stocks live in front of you guys every single day. Just shy. Didn't hit that 15K goal. I was at around $14,800 in January. Now in February, we want to match that. But so far in February, guys, we only had 3 days. Or 2 days, excuse me. Monday, I didn't trade. Yesterday, I made $500. Not a bad start. $500 yesterday. And today, we're up 97. But you know what? We need one play here to set the tone in February. Right? I do think about it in a silly manner sometimes. Do you guys remember back in middle school? Probably more of a middle school, high school type of thing. where again, maybe you have that homecoming dance, right? And it's like, hey, I want to have fun. I want to have a good time at this homecoming dance. And what happens? We have the dance floor right here. Here's the dance floor. And all of a sudden, and yeah, it's kind of more of like a middle school thing. All the boys are just standing over here, just again watching, hanging on out, being like, oh, hey, you know what? I don't really want to go on the dance floor. The dance floor is, lame. I don't want to be the first person out there. And then all the girls are obviously standing over here. And the girls are like, yeah, I don't want to go out there. I don't want to be called weird. I don't want. And then all of a sudden, guess what? We need that one cool kid to just stand out right now. We need that one cool kid. What's that coolest kid you know? I would say like the cool, like Blake. We need Blake. Blake to again just walk out being a 6-year-old, or not a 6-year-old, like a 6th, 7th grader right here, walking out of the middle school dance. He again comes on out here. He's wearing nothing but a leather jacket. He's smoking a cigarette. He flicks the cigarette out to the DJ, right? He just comes on out here and he starts again dancing. Woo! Right? And now again, Blake is out there dancing. And then all the guys are like, you know what? Blake's mad cool. Blake's sick, man. I want to start dancing. And then all the girls are like, you know what? I love Blake. Blake's cool. I want to start dancing. And then guess what? We have a cool dance party. Right now, guys, we're all standing on our sides. The dance floor is completely open. No one is willing. No stock right now is willing to be able to step on up and be like, what's the 100% spiker on the day? I want SLAB to go crazy. I want MOBX to go crazy. I want CIGL to go crazy. We need something. We need some play right here to get February started. Because right now there is no February play. There's no 100% top gainer right now at this moment. There's no 300% top gainer at this moment. There's no play right now that every single trader is jumping off and saying, I need to get in. And I want that. I want FOMO. I want people to feel FOMO, fear of missing out. Oh, wow, stock XYZ is going insane. We need to see the stock that's going to get the FOMO going. Jay Sniggle, I'm going to let you know, don't ever post this gift again. Okay. I love when you guys post gifts. But I'll be honest, there's something about these weird TikTok kids that I kind of just hate. I don't know, maybe I'm getting slightly older. But seeing again these like 19-year-olds, guys, I'll be honest. When I was in high school in like 2009, 2010. If you posted yourself doing this in high school and you went to school, like, you were getting beat up. Like, kids just were like, I'm going to kick your ass just for posting this video. Okay? Like that, it was, again, I'm not saying I live in 1980. I'm not saying that. But even like 15 years ago, if this was you and you posted this and then you walked into high school, you would just get rocked in the face for no reason at all. Okay? But hey, I don't know. Maybe it's a little cooler now. Maybe it's cooler. Jose! With a $20 donation. Shout out to Jose Mercado right here. Just saying, morning, my friend. NPT held the 6, waiting for something crazy to short it again. Thanks for the show. Jose with, again, a $20 donation in the chat room here today. I always appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much for everything, again, you do and all the amazing donations that, again, you show every single day. Thank you so much. Jose, this one's for you as always. This is, again, your theme song right here, buddy. All right, traders. Right now it is. All right, guys. Right now it is 9 a.m. Can we possibly get a play? Can we possibly get a spike? Can we possibly get a move? Can we possibly get run? I want to get a nice pop here. We love it here, traders. We love it. So traders, we are still waiting for a play to be able to make us money. MOBX again. MOBS is just a little too tiny for me. That's all. But let's go over here, traders. Let's again kind of compare, contrast. Let's make sure again we are all set here on this day. Right now, traders, we are going to go through all the best top gainers on the day with credibility, aka the best stocks with news. Team, let's take a little screenshot of this at this moment. Actually, we don't even need to take a screenshot. Number one, SLAB. SLAB is the number one best play with news this morning. Remember here, traders, SLAB did have an earnings report. But in the earnings report, it says Texas Instruments is going to acquire SLAB. Now, what are they acquiring this at? They're acquiring this at the price of $236. So SLAB is getting acquired, and let me find the number again. There's a number in here. Or 231, excuse me. 231 per share. When you get acquired for 231 per share, it's essentially saying, hey, you know what? This play right here, 231 per share, you're not going above it. I always give the easy analogy. If you went to the grocery store and milk was $5, you don't give the cashier $17 and say, hey, keep the change. The milk is $5. That's it. So the thing is, $231 per share, you are not going to go above the price of $231 per share. We take a look right now. Technically, SLAB is the number one top gainer, but it's not doing anything for us. It's not worth our time. Now, as you guys can see, MOBX is taking that top gaining spot. Now, MOBX, I'm going to be frank with you. This is not my type of play. I don't like trading 28-cent stocks. Now you might say, why don't you like trading stocks that are only 28 cents? Why don't you like playing stocks that are, again, this tiny? The easy analogy, and I'm full of analogies, guys, because again, I always just like to make things simple. Who here plays basketball? Or who here plays soccer? Who here plays volleyball? Or who here plays whatever team sport? Sometimes I like to go down to my local park. We have a park, and people are always playing pickup basketball games. Sometimes you go down there, it's very fun and competitive. And why is it a good game? Like, what makes a good volleyball game? What makes a good basketball game? What makes a good pickup football game? When people know the rules. If I know to pick and roll, if I know to pass and move, if I know to do a backdoor cut, if I know to be able to do things, you can get a good competitive game. But you know what's very bad? Is where you just play with a whole bunch of losers. You play with a whole bunch of people that have no idea what they're doing. People are tackling each other, kicking the ball. It's like, we're not even playing, so I just get out and leave. It's almost like that with MOBX. Who trades stocks that are only 20 cents? People who have very small accounts. Who has very small accounts? New stock traders. That means they don't buy at support. That means they don't buy at or sell at resistance. That means they don't follow the rules of stock trading, which makes predictability very tough. Why do stocks, again, turn at resistance on a $10, $20, $100 play? Because everyone knows, oh, we sell here. Why do people always buy off the 50-day moving average? Because people know, oh, that's where we buy. So you kind of have to get away from trading the super, super tiny stuff because there's a lack of predictability there. So MOBX does have a good press release, does have a press release right here talking about what its precision drone platform, right? Drone is a good keyword, but it's just not anything I'm going to trade. So MOBX I'm not touching, SLAB I'm not touching, ENPH did have a price target to $41. Now this is another thing. People always ask this question, oh wow, this company, has a new price target. Guys, people come out with targets all the time. Targets are not factual. Targets are targets. You might have a weight loss target of saying, I want to lose 20 pounds before June. Maybe you get there, maybe you don't. But that doesn't mean, again, you're going to run up towards, again, lose 20 pounds. Same exact thing with a $41 price target. This is $41 price target in 2026. That means the next 11 months. Not we have a $41 price target today. So ENPH, make sure that you guys understand that. Right? ONCY receives a fast track. ONCY, FDA. FDA is a key word. Receives a key word. Cancer is a key word. These things could definitely be able to bring in a little bit of hype and bring in a little bit of momentum. So I am just not seeing many hot press releases at this time. I think you guys just said IVF might be getting a little bit of hype. That one had a quick spike and quick little dump right back on down. Not too much just there. So what I think, where we're at this moment here, team. CPIX, here's the CPIX 905 press release. 9:05 a.m. CPIX 2-star press release receives FDA fast track. Is CPIX getting a little bit of hype? CPIX just had a little bit of momentum. Guys, it's just everything is spiking and retreating. That's almost like the mindset right now. The mindset of traders are to spike and retreat. It doesn't matter what the press release is. That's almost essentially what we have right here. Guys, I am going to play... Is the music too loud? Little heads on up. VIP Cleaners is saying, music too loud, my ears, my ears. Is the music too loud here, guys? Just little heads on up. Please let me know so I can continue. I don't want to, again, be having blasting music where no one can hear my voice. Please let me know. Are we good? Can I get a Dekmar trades? Ow! Are we good or is it too loud? I will turn it down slightly. Just for you, if it is. All right, no worries. I'll turn it down. I'm going to put it down here just a little bit. Thank you so much, guys. Again, I would rather have you tell me. I'd rather you say, hey, Deck, turn off the fucking music. Say that. Okay, actually, hold on. Let's relax. I'm gonna creep it down a little bit, but I like having a little bit of background music, guys, to get me going, to feel the adrenaline, to match the energy, to match the enthusiasm, to set the tone. That's all I'm trying to do every single morning, set the tone. All right, here, traders. Let's get ready for a big day ahead, though. Let's talk about it. Right now, if you guys haven't yet, make sure you guys smash that thumbs on up. Smash that thumbs on up. Hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get ready for a day ahead. But essentially, I do want to throw on this 30-second video. I played this video in the past before. And this is a 30-second video. And this is how a lot of times I think of the stock market. It's a little silly. But traders, right now, we are all in the same habit. I always say, what makes stocks move? And yes, news makes stocks move. This, that. But what honestly makes stocks move? You, me, all of us together. Right now, traders, the thing is, everyone's living in a little bit of fear in the stock market. We see a stock go on a very quick spike, everyone gets out of the play. How many plays have we seen today where it spikes on up and then comes right back on down? How many plays have we seen today where, again, a stock goes on a quick little rip and then comes back on down? And like FEED might be getting a little hype. FEED is maybe the best one. But right now, again, we're seeing a lot of just quick little spikes and quick little reversals. And the thing is, we need someone to break this tone, as I already stated. But, stock trading is so psychological. It really is. It's so psychological that a lot of people are always thinking about, what are other people doing? And if other people do it, let me do it. So I always like to just kind of throw this little video on right here to have you understand on how, again, sociology works in the stock market. And this is like the perfect example of how, again, sociology works in the stock market. And it's very interesting. So it's only a minute long, and we'll watch this real quick.
A group of scientists placed 5 monkeys in a cage and in the middle a ladder with bananas on top. Every time a monkey went up the ladder, the scientists soaked the rest of the monkeys with cold water. After a while, every time a monkey went up the ladder, the others beat up the one on the ladder. After some time, no monkey dare go up the ladder, regardless of the temptation. Scientists then decided to substitute one of the monkeys. The first thing this new monkey did was go up the ladder. Immediately, the other monkeys beat him up. After several beatings, the new member learned not to climb the ladder, even though he never knew why. A second monkey was substituted, and the same occurred. The first monkey participated on the beating for the second monkey. The replacements repeated until what was left was a group of 5 monkeys that, even though never received a cold shower, continued to beat up any monkey who attempted to climb the ladder. If you asked the new group of monkeys why the beatings took place, the answer would probably be,
well, I don't know. That's just how things are done around here.
And that's what's happening right now, ladies and gentlemen. Right now at this moment. If you're saying, why is nothing spiking? It's because we're almost over the last 3 days. People are getting accustomed to the, I don't know. That's just how we do things around here. That's basically what we have at this moment. We're all just getting accustomed to the fact of, oh, I don't know. That's just how we do things around here. So it's like, you know, we need a new break. And what I mean by that is we got to see stocks that are up above 50%. We got to see something go at 47, because if you go against the grain right now, you're going to get beat up. So if you just throw in 5,000, 10,000 shares saying I'm looking for a 100% breakout, you're going to get beat up. You got to wait until the entire trend changes. You as one fish in the entire ocean do not have enough power to change how everyone else is going to react. You have to understand the sociology of today. You have to understand the psychology of today. You have to understand the way, again, other traders are perceiving today and be able to kind of run with that. Stocks, monkeys, bananas, beating each other up. Welcome to the show. So right now here, traders, we are staying alert, watching and waiting for that next possible move. Shout out to everyone joining us today. Shout out to every single person that is here. Shout out to every single person that is helping us, again, continuously grow this stream, being able to smash those thumbs on up. Thank you so much for everyone who's subscribed to the channel. If that's you guys over on YouTube or X, thank you so much for everyone who's joining us over on Tradecaster.com, the #1 trading community in the world. You guys are absolutely fantastic in every single way. We got about 15 minutes here. Now, what's the best thing to do, traders? If we see that so far today we have no news, we see today we only have 40% top gainers, where do I look? Where's the best place to look? If we see that today we don't have any sort of news, we don't have any sort of crazy hype, where should we go? Pop quiz for you guys right now. The best thing for us to do is look at previous top gainers. Was there anything yesterday? Was there anything on Monday that is setting itself on up right now that could possibly go on a big time rip and run once again? Right? So is there anything that, you know, went on a big time spike this week that could possibly start spiking again? So what were Tuesday's top gainers? TIRX, GXAI, FATN, PO. Let's just see if any of these are still in play. Now, when I say in play, are they holding their gains at all? Unfortunately, TIRX is not holding its gains. GXAI, is this one holding its gains? No. FATN, is this one holding its gains? No. POAS, is this one holding its gains? Hey, guys, we have a potential play. POAS was a stock that went from 385, spiked on up to 530. Now, again, the stock is back up towards around the 530, 540-ish mark. Little light on volume, but you know what? POAS, I would say we should keep it aware. You know, this is a stock that we don't see many plays that are sitting at highs. If I had to pick two plays right now, and give me a second right now, let me double check here. PII, no. If I had to pick two plays at this moment, I would say, even though POAS has very low volume, I think we should keep our eyes peeled on it. And I also think the other stock that we should watch right now is FEED. There are two stocks I would say that are worth our time. FEED would be your #1 play. This would be the stock that is holding its gains, is approaching highs, has the best chance to be able to move itself on up. And I would also say, let's watch again a previous top gainer, which is a little bit lower in volume, but at the same time, at least it has potential. At least there is a chance that this stock might be able to continue to move itself on up over on POAS. Yes, there is news, but there's nothing that's hitting highs. Yes, there are plays that have potential, but there's nothing that's getting the spark right now. I would say the best play at this moment is FEED by far, with maybe a little POAS on the back burner. So traders, right now, we can just continuously watch FEED. Now, we could also look for shorts here. So let's see here. I want to see FEED. Are there any shares available to short? How much are there? FEED. Let's go with how many shares would I want? I would say again 3,000 shares. Let's go to inquire all. Let's click again 3,000 shares here. Click locate lowest. Click cancel. That's going to come out to $45. Not really that much whatsoever. It is the only play that's available, so I am going to accept that. Now I'm accepted for $45 to go ahead and short this play. Now the thing is, over on FEED, what do we realize? FEED has touched 340 and has fallen, has touched 337 and has fallen, has touched 340 and has fallen, has touched 346 and has fallen, 341 and has fallen, 343 and has fallen, here's 338 and has fallen, here's 340 and has fallen. The best entry is anything above probably 336 all the way up to 342. That's kind of where like the money area is, as you guys can tell, where you can load up some shares. And I mean, you can already see it's starting to fall a little bit at this time. But, you know, if this thing does start getting a little bit of ripping and running, it is definitely worth it to be able to give it a chance to see, can this thing turn and fade and fall back near its resistance, stay again underneath that 350 mark, see if we can get a little bit of a pop, see if we can get a little bit of momentum, and basically go from there. 352, 353, 355. Again, just loading up on shorts in case this one ever gets a little pop back on up. But FEED, it's not like we've seen anything. You know, like, we're not seeing a lot of crazy excitement or hype. I would say if you want to look for a short, go ahead and look for a short. You want to look for a dip buy, get ready for a dip buy opportunity. So right now here, traders, it all comes on down to right now at this moment, right? Resistance, 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 resistance. That's where you short at. Where do you dip buy? Dip buy, dip buy, dip buy, dip buy. Dip buys down here. That's where, again, you get your nice dip buy opportunity. So I'm going to put some orders in just because I want to trade today, guys. You know, like yesterday we made 500 bucks. It was okay. It was solid. There was nothing crazy about it. Today we're up again 97 bucks. But I would definitely like to see if I could be able to make a little bit of money, especially at the start of this day. So yesterday we did have one big one. That was like, it gave us 20 minutes to be able to play it, and that was it. And that was, of course, over on NPT. Ah, Trade Ideas not responding. I hate how I have to close this window and reopen it every now and then. Let me reopen my Trade Ideas real quick. Give me a second. Guys, FEED, I did just get filled on my first little short. I did just get filled on my first little short over on FEED, little heads on up, at the price of 337. We just got a little bit of a pop on up. So again, got my second trade in on the day here. So I am live right now over on FEED, getting my a little shorting opportunity right now at this moment. And hopefully, again, we see something a little bit more wild. Hopefully, we see something a little bit more crazy. Hopefully, we get a little bit more action. Hopefully, we get a little bit of, you know, spiking, ripping, and running. Little heads on up. MOBX just came out with another press release talking about, you know, the drone. Let me bring over everything right now just so that we're all good. Right now, traders, FEED, gonna see if this one can spike on up towards around 340, 350, as you guys know. Gonna go back over towards, again, this, you know, 2-minute time frame. And see if we can get any sort of good opportunity behind us. Again, main resistance is up in the 340s. I do have 250 shares filled at this moment. What are our earnings tonight, guys? What are any sort of big earnings tonight? Let me double check here. Double check our earnings tonight. What do we have? Baby, my heart is full of love. Oh, guys, tonight we actually have Google. Google earnings are tonight. Qualcomm earnings are tonight. ARM earnings are tonight. So we actually had some big earnings tonight. Little heads on up for all traders here. Tonight's a big one. You do have Google earnings tonight. You do have Qualcomm earnings tonight. And tomorrow, you actually have Amazon earnings tonight. So let me actually quote this real quick. Google earnings coming up tonight. That's going to be a fun one. That could be something that we watch. That could be something that we make money on. Guys, CIGL. CIGL, I saw this. This one came out with another. This is a repeat press release from earlier today. I saw CIGL at 40%, 9:20 in the morning. But CIGL actually already had this press release earlier today. Little heads on up. It's just kind of like a repeat press release. Why do companies put out repeat press releases? Because they're trying to re-spark the action. They're trying to re-spark the hype. They're trying to re-spark again attention towards it. So this is not really a brand new press release. CIGL already came out with this press release. We can actually go back over here and we can go over to the search tab, and you guys can type in again CIGL. Right, go over towards the search tab, type in CIGL, and when you guys do that, you can see 9:20 this morning, CIGL came out with this agreement, and then I believe I saw this though. I think I definitely saw this earlier. Or it doesn't even matter regardless, because CIGL, it's not really even spiking. So I would say no matter what, CIGL, yeah, had the spike last night. That's what I thought. I saw the stock go on a spike last night with CIGL, and now it's all the way back on down. Also, a little heads on up, I only have 250 shares filled on this one trade. I do have upwards of 3,000 shares I would like to get filled. I only had 250 shares get filled so far. We might get a little pop right at the start of the day. There is a chance that we do get a little pop in the next 8 minutes over on FEED. But I would still say, what's my top 2 plays? FEED and POAS. POAS definitely could be kind of like the sleeper pick. Previous top gainer, 5th best top gainer of yesterday. Going to keep our eyes peeled to see if this one's going to be able to hold on up. FEED, when are you going to get out of your shares over on FEED? Again, FEED is very simple, guys. If you want to be able to short this play, as you guys know, you short it right around 340-ish. If you guys want to get out of your play, lock in your profits, I mean, the best area to be able to do that is going to be right there, back on down towards $3. In the most easiest sense, you short near 340, you get out, back down near $3. Short at 340, dip by at $3. $3, you hold it to 340, 340, you short it down to $3. At some point, yes, you will get a break. At some point, yes, you will get some sort of move. At some point, it will spike 340. At some point, it will crash back down to $3. Guys, little heads on up. How many people here are happy with AMPX? Guys, AMPX, this has been the play that I've been calling out since October now, and we are almost at brand new highs. Ladies and gentlemen, AMPX, this has been looking pretty good. AMPX, we have gone all the way from 9 to 10 to 11 to 12 to 13 to 14 to 1460. Where are my AMPX traders at with me right now? AMPX, that has been the play that obviously I've been waiting and watching and focusing on. AMPX, that's been the play that I absolutely love. And that's a long-term investment I'm holding until the end of 2026, guys. Holding until the end of 2026, as you guys know. Guys, FEED getting a little bit of a pop. That's awesome. FEED, that's good because now I can actually, average up on my trade a little bit. FEED, I do have 1,250 shares filled. Cost basis, 341. 341 cost basis. Let's just see if we can make, $150 off this trade. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. Remember, I'm going with the monkeys. Remember, I just went over that video of saying, hey, that's just how we do things around here. We go on spikes, we go on dumps. I'm not going to hold for $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 today. If I can, again, make $100, $200, $300 on a trade, I'm just going to take it and just lock in consistent $300 trades. So FEED, everywhere around a high. 340. 341, 342, 344, 340. I'm just adding. I'm just getting in on more shares when we're near this top area. When we're near this top orange line, I'm adding in on shares. That's it. So again, I'm always sitting right near the current price. So that's how, again, I keep adding and I try to stay near the current high. So when we do get a drop and I'm up $200, $300, I can take my gains. Now, yes, at some point, if all of a sudden this one squeezes, all of a sudden it goes all the way up to 380, I have to get out, right? You still got to be smart. Still got to use your head. Still got to say, hey, you know what? This one's not worth it. If all of a sudden everyone says, oh, FEED is the only option, everyone squeezes and buy it and it goes on a rip and run, then yes, I get out. I do not win every single trade I take. I just try to give myself the best odds. For instance, right? What are the best odds? The best odds would be, hey, this person, right? Let's just say there's an athlete. This athlete shot the basketball, at, let's say the elbow, right? Or think about it as a free throw. This person, FEED, the person's name is Feed. He, again, came up to 340. He shot a free throw, and he missed it. Free throw, 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 missed it. FEED, every time he did a free throw, he missed it. And guess what? He's at the free throw line right now. He just got fouled. I would probably make the bet that he's going to miss it because he's missed it the last 12 times at 340. Now, is there a magical chance that that ball goes in the net? Yes, there is. There is that chance that that ball goes into the net. But at the same time, guys, I could still play the odds that I don't think it probably will. So there's always the chance that that ball is going to go in the net. He's going to make 1 out of 10. But a lot of times I would bet that 9 out of 10 times he is going to miss it. And that's how, you can think about your stock trading. And, I think about it a lot of times as in sports and trying to, think about, okay, what makes sense here? What doesn't make sense here? What could I actually do here to be able to be profitable? So right now I still have the same entry, 340. Currently up $7, nothing crazy. I'm just going to keep taking like quick $100 profits, guys. So if this thing dumps on down towards, the price of 320, 329, 325, I'll just take a quick $100 profit and be happy. But, we got to see if we can get that 10-cent drop. Now, we do got 3 minutes until the market opens on up. Let me switch out my scanners right now. Let's put up the other scanners. We don't need Fox Runner anymore this morning. Maybe if, again, some sort of random news comes out, then we'll go back to it. But right now, we are all set, ready to go over towards our main trade idea scanners of the day. So, again, putting up my main trade idea scanners. So we're all set, ready to rock and roll. We have, again, the breakout scanner. We have the high of the day momentum scanner. We have the Holt scanner. We have the mid candle breakout scanner. We have everything we need right here and right now. Let me bring up my live position once again to you guys so that you guys can be able to see that. So that we are all set, ready for an absolutely awesome day ahead. Remember, traders, every single person here, if you guys do want trade ideas, you guys do get 25% off on trade ideas. All you guys got to do is type in the word Dekmar, and you guys will get 25% off on trade ideas. And on top of that, I will give you all of my scanner codes. So, 25% off and my scanner codes. All you guys got to do, click that link, make sure you guys are all set, sign on up. Send me an email. Send me an email of your receipt and I will send you all of my settings so that you guys have all of my settings so that you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll going forward. Right now, guys, up a quick little $32. Again, I got right now I am invested about $4,000 on this trade. But, what did I say today? We're just not seeing a lot of volatility, movement in the market. Guys, we are going to be up almost $100 here. Once we cross $100, I'm going to take it. There's a quick little $107 profit, guys. All right, I'm taking $100 again. $100 profit right now. Now we're up about $193 on the day. Now, traders, let me ask you guys something. Was that a difficult trade? I am not sitting here and saying you're making a Lamborghini money today. You're not. But how many people here maybe work 8 hours a day and you guys bring home $200? So I'm not sitting here and saying this is $1 million trade. It's not. I'm not going to lie to you. But this is way better than, again, commuting, driving, being underneath a boss, working 8 hours away from your family, and just to make $200. Again, I invested about $4,000. I, again, made $100 on this trade. We're all set, ready to go. Just because you invest $3,000, just because you invest $4,000 doesn't mean you're risking $4,000. So many people think that, guys, I risk maybe $200 when I trade, but you need $4,000 to get into the game. It's almost like, does anyone here play poker? If you want to play poker, you sit down, let's say, with $10,000, right? Doesn't mean you're going to lose $10,000. You could sit there all night and just pay the blinds and that's it. You're only losing what you're willing to put into the pot, aka what I'm willing to go down at. If I'm in on FEED and the stock keeps fading and falling and dropping and fading and I'm losing, that's what I'm willing to risk, right? But I'm not willing to risk anything else. Right now, guys, I don't have any orders set. Little heads up. I want to see how this market opens on up. So right now we are up $200. No entries for myself. Nothing else I'm in on at this moment. If FEED does spike, I will look for an entry in the 380s. Next entry is going to be in the 380s. For again, FEED. 388. 389. Don't know if it's going to get there, but if it does, I like it. 390. 396. 398. Right? I'm gonna go up high if we get up towards those areas. So I am out of that play. I made again my $200 on this day. I am now going to put up entries at new highs. Entry is going to be up towards around that, 375, 380, 390 mark. Right now, again, FEED is the best spiker so far today. Let's see what we can get. Guys, very important scanner. Watch this scanner right here. The breakout scanner. Let's see what appears on the breakout scanner. Now, why is this so important to watch today? Because what has today's theme been? We don't really have a lot of breakouts per se, are we? Not really. We're not really having, again, crazy hype, crazy action. Today is a day. Already plant it in your mind. Plant this seed in your mind that any green is good. Any green is good, guys. Understand that. Any green and all green is good. It doesn't have to be $10,000 today. All green is good. All profit is good. Okay? Traders, next entry on FED will be in the 380s for me. 380s means I'm hitting a new high. 380s is going to be after about a 45-cent spike. If I can get filled up in the high 380s, that's where I want to get filled. That's my next possibility to drop back on down to the 350s. Getting ourselves, again, absolutely jacked on up on this day. Super excited. I want to see real quick. Does this look better with the lighting? I feel like the other one, it's kind of the same thing. I feel like it was kind of getting blown out with so much light, sun. Right now, guys, I am down in Florida. Down in Florida at this time. I am going to be going back home in PA next week for a bit, but then I'm going to be coming back on down to Florida. Kind of going back and forth for a little bit. Right now, coming at you live from, again, the west coast of Florida. Right next to the Gulf of America. Sarasota, baby. Ready to rock and roll. Sarasota, the Mile High City is what they call it. Let's see what we get. Let's see. I'm going to leave those entries over on feed in case they get filled. Tesla getting a little bit of a drop back on down. When is Tesla's earnings? When is Tesla's earnings, guys? Tesla. Doesn't have earnings this week. I think Tesla's earnings are next week. I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Tesla's earnings are next week. We'll continue to keep our eyes peeled on that. Or did it already happen? Did it already happen? I think it actually already happened. Oh, it happened last week. What am I talking about? Tesla earnings happened last week, right? Yeah, they already had them. What am I talking about? Let's get ready for an absolutely awesome day ahead. Getting ourselves ready to rock and roll for this day. RPP third. Repurd. RPP third. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for subscribing. We appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Thank you for waking up this morning, spending this morning with me. I appreciate you guys. ELPW getting a little bit of a spike. I believe ELPW did come out with a press release this morning talking about eliminating their debt. So I believe that's why ELPW is going on a little bit of this rip and run. ELPW press release this morning. Tuesday announces it closed its $7.6 million public offering. So it did have a press release where it closed its $7.6 million public offering. So that's definitely, it's not an amazing press release, but it is a good press release. They come out 2-3. Today is 2-4. So this came out last night that it closed its offering. Little heads on up. That's why, again, ELPW is getting a little bit of a rip and run. How high can this one go up to? This one can go up to 225 to 230. 220 to 230, guys, that is going to be the 13 EMA. I don't think it's going to get all the way up there, though. But ELPW, even if it does start spiking, it's going to get halted at 176. TOPP, FTL, slap. Guys, do you guys, not TOP, do you guys remember TOP? I don't even know if TOP is a stock anymore. What the heck? Guys, is anyone else's trade ideas kind of just... I've had to restart my trade ideas 3 times now. I don't know why. I don't know. Again, yesterday they were having a little bit of issues as well. But ELPW is about to get halted. Little heads on up. Cancel. Trade ideas. Bring them back up. It's okay. It's okay. Everyone has issues every now and then. It's okay. It happens. I'm going to stay calm today, guys. I am. I'm going to stay calm. I mean, I'm not going to get angry. I'm going to get angry. My therapist said if I keep my heart rate up this high, I gotta calm it down. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be absolutely fine. I'm not getting frustrated. I'm not getting angry at all. I don't care. I don't even care. This is a person who doesn't care about their scanners just not working sometimes. I don't care. Okay, here we go. Let's get these back. And as long as it doesn't happen again, I will be absolutely calm. So let's bring our scanners back. Let's just change them back. There's no problem. Everything's good. We're up $200 on the day. We're going to just... It doesn't mean anything to me. We're absolutely fine in every single way. Put this back here. Go right here. Okay, we're back. Now, guys, ELPW. ELPW. Let's get ready to go. ELPW. Let's get ready to go. I'm going to explain exactly what I'm looking for. ELPW. Stock went from 103 up to 180. That's a pretty good spike. Now, how high can this play go up to? Take a look at past chart history pattern. Past chart history pattern, there's a few different areas. Number 1, the old recent spiking high is at the price of 230. Number 2, all of these spiking highs right here is right along the price of 230. These spiking highs back here are along the price of 230. The 13 EMA is right along the lines of 230. I have to stick to that price. I mean, that's the price I have to go after. So let's see here. ELPW. This stock is $1.88. I'm probably going to look for about 5,000 shares on this play. 5,000 shares, inquire all. 5,000 shares right here. Locate lowest. Click cancel. That's going to come out to 32 bucks. You know what? It's the only play that's moving today. I want it. ELPW. We are all set. Now, ELPW. The big question is now, what side do we want to surround? Do we want to surround under 230, at 230, or slightly above 230? Like, that's the big thing that we want to be looking at. So for me, I do think, just because of what we have been seeing, right? We have gone from $1 to 120 to 140 to 160 to 180. I think like most of these plays are not getting up towards their strong resistance. I think most of them are like hitting resistance and then fading back on down. Please give me 1 second, guys. All right, so what we have right here is most of these plays have not gotten up to their actual resistance areas. I'm going to kind of be a little biased to underneath their resistance. We know 230 is the target. I'm going to start with like a 211 and then kind of build up from there. 214, 217, 219, 222, 224, 228. Now we get up towards the 230s, and then we can start surrounding a little bit above it. Remember, guys, what do I always do? Imaginary box. What's the imaginary box? The imaginary box is, again, going to be putting entries around resistance. Not just at 230, but again, we do some under, we do some at, we do some above. And this is how we can get the best overall cost basis. We got the best overall cost basis there. What's FEED doing right now? FEED at this moment, again, came on up to 367. Do I still have my order set on that one? FEED, I do. I'm going to cancel my FEED orders at the price of 280, 290. I just want to focus on ELPW right now. Can I do a dip buy on FEED? Dip buy opportunity is going to be back on down to 325-ish. 326, 325, 324. That would be where you're going to get a dip. But again, it's not going to be a big dip. It would be like 324 back up to like 333. Like maybe 8 to 10 cents. I don't know if it's worth it to you. That's 100% your call. ELPW. All eyes on this play. Here we go, guys. We are coming out live here. Nope, we're going to another hole. Little heads up for every single person. We are getting another little halt at this time. Traders, I also did do a little bit of an adjustment. Let me again, I'm going to bring up a clock for you guys, so you guys can see if there's any sort of a massive delay for you. You know, I always like to make sure that you guys are set, you guys are good. Man, there's just these boxes. So, I'm going to, remember, please note, traders, I try my absolute best to make sure everything is as in a real time as possible. No matter what, though, there's always going to be some sort of delay. If that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. Obviously, I'm going to tell you and keep you prepped. Obviously, I'm going to go over absolutely everything to make sure that you guys are aware. Obviously, I'm going to trade in live, in real time for you. But again, you know, there might be, depending on where you are, depending on what your Wi-Fi situation is, you might be a few seconds there behind. Right now, this is the clock that I have, so you guys can check your clock on out. But I'll leave that, you know, and let's see. Maybe I'll just leave that on the screen for now on at a certain area, so you guys can always just be double checking where you're at, making sure that you guys are all good to go for the future here. Put that right there. Trying to find a good spot for it. Yep, holds are in 5-minute increments. 5-minute increments. I can't put it on the bottom of the level 2 because I use level 2, so it would always just like go behind it every time I click the level 2. I'll leave it there for right now. Joe Runner got about 2 to 3 seconds delay. That's fine. 2 to 3 second delay. I think that's absolutely perfect then. Again, it's impossible to just have every nanosecond. But if you have 2 seconds, 3 seconds, I mean, we're trading together essentially. So I tried to adjust some settings last night. Some people said yesterday it was like 20 seconds, so I wanted to get that all dialed in. Had the cable guy, Steve, come on over last night. Me and Steve hit it on off. He was adjusting, you know, adding a couple little new knobs here and there. 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds. Okay, cool. So it seems like the average is around 3 seconds, which is perfect. 3 seconds, that's very reasonable. That's perfect. Sean McLaughlin, is this guy paper trading? No, I am not. I will let you know right now. If you want to, feel free to call Cobra. Say, I'm watching Sean Dekmar on the live stream right now. Can you confirm with me that he is trading real money? They will say, yes, Sean Dekmar does have a real account. Yes, he's trading real money. Yes, again, has his real statements. I post every single P&L. I post every single live trade. I post everything in person. I post all my P&Ls online. I am even willing to be able to log into all of my accounts and to be able to show you guys absolutely everything that you guys want to or need to know. So again, I have no problem doing that to be able to show you my actual funds. I try to do everything live in person, showing you guys my real profits. Also, a little heads on up, just to even add, we got about a minute here. I've also, my biggest year ever. I made $550,000 trading stocks. A lot of people obviously did not believe that. So I wanted to make this video. This was my biggest year ever, where I literally do my login in person here, so you guys can see absolutely everything. So I actually, again, do a full login, show you guys my back end, and I show you guys all of my real actual profits, showing how much money I've made. So year to date, I made $552,000, breaking it down, absolutely everything, showing every single trade and showing every single month. $23,000, $103,000, $135,000, $61,000, $121,000, $21,000, $36,000, $36,000, $19,000. So I show every single P&L. I show every single backend. I even show myself logging into my broker statements. I show absolutely everything. So everything I'm doing is live, legit, real money in front of you in real time, maybe a 2-second delay. But I'm doing everything right here to be able to give you guys the best overall, again, learning and trading experience I can. But guys, it's game time. We are live. Guys, we are live. I only got filled 250 shares there. 250 shares I got filled on. Let's see if I can get filled a little bit more. Guys, I'm getting filled a little bit more. We know 230 is the target, and then we want to reverse. We want to reverse after 230. Cost basis for me is 221. 221 cost basis, 230. We want to see this one drop back down to the low $2. If we can drop back on down to 205, 206, that's where we want to get out. I'm in right now with 2,000 shares at the cost basis of 221. We got up towards a high of 237 so far. I do have a couple more current entries if we go up a little bit higher, but if we drop on down and I can make a nice profit, I will look to do that. Now, again, where do I want to drop on down to? Maybe, again, $2 or lower. Guys, we're up $200, $280. I'm taking my gains. Taking my gains, guys. $280 in profit. Let's go. So, traders, just locked in $280 in profit. Just got out of my trade right there. I will get in again if we run on up towards another new high. If we run on up towards around I would say 238, 239, I will again look to be able to add a few more shares and try to continue this party on up. So I already just locked in $280. Got in on that trade as we got a little dip, got out of that play, took my profits, 280 bucks. Now again, let's see though if we get one last little pop before that reversal. There's a chance that we get one last little pop. 250 shares going back over towards my limit orders. Guys, I am going to be getting ready to rock and roll here. I am back in on 250 shares right now. 250 shares just got filled. Back in on the short side at this moment at the price of 239. 239, little baby trade right now. If I can add another $100, I will take it. So I got filled at the at 239. Here's a nice little dump back on down. Traders, we're up another $55 at this moment. Nice red candle at this time. This is a very small trade. I'm up 50 bucks. I'm just going to take this $50 gain, add my profits up to $315 on this day right now. So $315 on this trade, $100 here and $100 here. Right now at this moment, we are currently sitting with a little over $500 on the day. Guys, here's the nice drop. Here's the nice fade. Here's the nice, again, crack on down. Everyone takes some sort of profits at this moment. Lock in a little bit of gains right now. $2 is going to hold up as some support. You can lock in everything if you want to, but take some sort of profits from your 230 entries. Now, guys, we have already discussed this. So look at this, guys. Good work. Take all of it. Guys, lock it all in. Lock it all in right now. Take all your gains. Take all your gains. Take all your gains. 190. Lock it in. Traders, congratulations. I hope everyone here just made another $300, $400. Everyone make again at least $300, $400 on that trade with me. I hope you guys did. We made 315 here, 97 here, 96 here. So awesome work. Completely out of that trade. Currently sitting with a little over $500 on the day now. Let me see my exact amount. Let me go right here. $509 we're up. Now I know the magic question, people watching saying, hey, what's going on here? Remember, team, why did we surround 230? Remember, I went a little early. I did, because I didn't think we were going to get to 230. So I went a little early, but 230 was the magic number. Now, why 230? Remember, take a look at the daily chart. Number one, the 13 EMA, the green line, is at the price of 233. Okay? Then we have all these old spiking highs. 230, 230, 230, 230. We even have back here 230, 230. Like, look at these old spiking highs. Look at these spiking highs. Look at the 13 EMA. It did kind of extend a little bit more. It got up towards, again, the 240s. So we kind of have like upper shadow, upper shadow, upper shadow, upper shadow. But But all I did was look at past chart history pattern. I didn't do anything crazy. I'm not here doing math problems. I'm looking at, again, the past chart history pattern, placing entries at where it has reversed in the past. Again, it's very simple, guys. All we're doing, we're not playing anything more than odds. Odds. Remember, the easiest analogy I could give, and again, ignore ELPW for a second. The easiest analogy I can give is, let's imagine you were a sports gambler, okay? Let's just imagine you were a sports gambler. And here is a basketball hoop, okay? And we have this guy, his name is Clyde. And Clyde has, again, a free throw. He's about to shoot a shot. And the last 10 shots that Clyde has thrown up, he has missed and has come on down. He missed 1. He missed 2. He missed 3. He missed 5. He missed 10. What are we doing? I am sitting over here in the stands right now. And I'm going to my buddy. And I'm saying, hey buddy, I bet you right now, I bet you $100 that Clyde is going to miss that free throw. And my buddy is over here and he's saying, I bet. Deal. $100. Deal. You got it, buddy. Guys, who has the better odds of winning? I have the way better odds of winning. Win. So the thing is, guess what? If I take a look over on ELPW, and ELPW comes up to 240, and every time it comes up to 230, 240, it gets rejected and rejected and rejected and rejected. Rejected, rejected, rejected. This is the same bet as me betting that Clyde is going to miss. It's the same exact bet. That's all it is. There's nothing crazy here. So people are here again shocked. How the heck did Deck just make $500? Clyde sucks. That's how. Clyde is a loser. We're not doing any crazy math, algorithmic problems. We are not doing anything wild. We are playing odds. That is all. There is a chance that Clyde throws that ball and it magically lands in a basket. Every blind squirrel will eventually find a nut. But most likely that blind squirrel is not finding a lot of nuts. And Clyde just sucks. So right now, $509 on the day. Better than nothing. So good job, guys, for everyone. Now, I also like to ask, does everyone feel confident with their trading? Is everyone good? Is everyone excited? Everyone feeling, ready to rock and roll here? So I hope you guys are excited. I hope you guys are good. I hope you guys are ready to absolutely rock at this time. Little side note here, traders. I know, and again, I don't want to ever be repetitive in any sort of way, but I know people always, again, bring up this question. They say, hey, Sean, my broker sucks. My broker doesn't ever allow me to short. Obviously, you do have to use a great broker. And again, what broker is that? That is going to be Cobra. You have to use, again, Cobra. Cobra is the broker. You use Cobra, guys. You guys are going to be better traders. So I always like to just get this for you. I know, again, a lot of you guys have less than $25,000 in your account. Add your name to the list. If you guys want to short the same exact way I'm shorting, Cobra is going to be dropping on down to $5,000 accounts. Add your name to that list right here and right now, and you guys are going to be all set. If you have over $20,000 in your account, sign up, call them, say Sean Dekmar just sent me to Cobra. They will give you everything for free. So if you have over $20,000 in your account, call them and say, Sean Dekmar, I'm from his community. They will give you free commissions. They will give you free DOS. They will give you free trade ideas. They'll give you free Fox Runner. So if you have over 20,000, call them right now. Say, I'm watching Sean Dekmar. He says, again, you guys will give us a whole bunch of stuff for free. Sign up with an account, $20,000 or more. Less than $20,000. Add your name to that list. They're going to be going through that and giving people with $5,000 accounts non-stop, no PDT rule trades, and again, short locates. Mr. Anakin Poor, why did you part ways from Lightspeed? Just because Cobra's better. Again, I just want to use the best of the best. That's all it is. I would get very frustrated when I am using a broker to short, and A, the broker doesn't have shorts while being a shorting broker. B, sometimes, again, they would have shorts, but they were also $600. ELPW was 30 bucks the short. Cobra has some of the cheapest fees and have shares to short on every single play. I have zero things to say bad about Lightspeed. Zero. Zero things to say bad about Lightspeed. They're a great broker. They're a great community. The people that are there were awesome. Zero issues. Very nice, very great customer support. Zero issues in any sort of way. But why do I use Cobra? It's just better. That's it. It's like basically, again, you know, you're a race car driver. And it's like, hey, Sean, you've been driving with Hyundai for a very long time. Why'd you switch to Ferrari? It's just, I have nothing bad to say about Hyundai. Just Ferrari's faster. That's all. Ferrari's just a quicker car. That's all it is. But again, nothing bad to say, again, that those group of people over there. Very nice. ELPW still the best play here so far today. Stock again getting a lot of hype. Stock still getting a lot of momentum. Stock again still getting the attention. All right. Guys, you know what else we can do today? Let's bring over the one-stop prop account. Head on over towards, again, my one-stop prop account. Because I want to pass that freaking thing already, you know? Let's go ahead, get that all set. So guys, I want to again get myself all good here over on my one-stop prop account. If we don't have any sort of crazy spiking, ripping, and running, I'm going to move this clock out of the way right now. Just going to move that out of the way at this moment. But remember, we still got some work to do. We got to be able to get up towards, again, that main target. All it takes is one great trade. That's all it takes. One great trade. Find, again, where the bottom on the S&P 500 is going to be, and then go from there. Now, traders, I will say this. The S&P 500 looks like it's going to go on down towards that 50-day moving average. I don't feel confident about going on the long side right now in the S&P 500 until we come on down towards at least 685. It does seem like the SPY is getting weaker. Guys, the SPY is starting to drop. The SPY is starting to fade. I feel way more confident staying on the short side over on the SPY than the long side. US 500. Let's see how low this could possibly go on down towards. I always look for, again, the US 500. I try to trade maybe again 5. I mean, the SPY is just getting weak and weak. Look at the SPY drop, guys. The SPY is just dumping right now. I hate chasing it, but I do think we're going to go on down towards at least the 50-day moving average, which is in like the 686 region. So I do think the SPY is going to fall. SPY is going to continuously drop. SPY is getting weaker. There's going to be the occasional bounce here and there. I do want to get filled on this, on the S&P 500 for that drop, because I do think we're getting weakness. We're still going lower. We're still dropping. We're still fading. I would just like to be able to get maybe a little bounce play though, and maybe get filled at 689 over on the prop firm. SNDK, is that one starting to fade a little bit? No, okay. Oh, guys, you know what's crazy? Traders, someone tell me right now. I want to short SNDK 900, 875. But traders, I mean, look at that chart setup. Someone please tell me right now before I have a heart attack. What is that chart setup? Guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've seen the Empire State Building. I've seen the World Trade Center. I have gone through, again, I've gone to South Africa and I've seen a lion run through the Serengeti. I've gone to Ireland and I've walked through, again, different villages in Dublin. Absolutely beautiful. I have been down to, again, the southwest of Scottsdale and walked through, again, the Red Rocks. I have been to San Diego. I have walked the cliffs over and, again, the beautiful parts of the PCH in California. But seeing SNDK's chart setup might be topping it all. The beauty of this chart setup is absolutely amazing. I've traveled the world, and this is one of the most beautiful sights I think I might have ever seen. what we have at this moment is, again, we have a perfect doji star right at the top right there. If you guys, again, go ahead and type in, just go to Google right now and type in doji star reversal. Type in doji star reversal over on Google. Okay? And let's just see what we have here. A doji star reversal is a 3-candle technical analysis pattern signaling a potential trend change. After an extended move, it features a long bodied candle following a gap into a doji and a 3rd candle confirming the reversal. So basically, let's go over and take a look at some images here. So this would be this would be a bullish doji star. Let me show you the different examples that we have here for bullish doji stars. Bullish doji stars would be if a stock was falling here. Notice how we have falling, and then we have the doji. The doji is going to be like the addition sign, okay? It's almost like a little, addition sign, like a little cross, symbol here. It's falling, doji, then we reverse, okay? Notice what we have right here. Falling, doji, and we reverse. Falling, doji, and we reverse. So a lot of time, doji stars are going to indicate reversals. Now this is falling, doji star happens, and we reverse. Now let's think about it on the opposite side. The opposite side is right here. Climbing, doji, that's the reversal. Take a look at this. Climbing, doji, and then the reversal. I want to save this image real quick, guys. This is so beautiful to me. Have you actually seen a lion run through the Serengeti? I have. And it's been beautiful. It almost makes a grown man cry. So traders, take a look right here. Take a look. Let me ask you guys a question. How similar does this look? How similar does this setup look? This is why it is so great to just understand chart setups. This is why it's so great to be able to understand what we have. So I'm actually going to post that. It's just I like seeing that. Now again, I want to wait, I really do, until like SNDK gets above the price of 900. But I mean, that's like, this is why we study a lot of times. It is like, it's why we do our work. It's why we do things. It's why we, again, work hard to be able to figure things out. And yes, I'm a big cat type of guy. I was actually going to go to school for zoology to study big cats. That was actually what I wanted to do for a while. I did not do it, but I did want to do it. Until I realized that I don't have a big cat near me. So guys, I'm actually going to just try to copy this picture almost exactly here. Right, look at this. We do have this beautiful uptrend that is happening at this moment. Right, we could basically just fill this in with the green. I like to use paint. Anyone else a big paint person here? And then on top of that, we could get that downtrend that most likely will be occurring in the near future. Put that over in black here, and then we grab that, put that in red. Bada boom. So let me ask you guys, do these pictures look similar? Do these pictures look similar? Ah, do they look similar? Of course they do. Of course they do. So I want to take a little screenshot of this and that. This is another thing I love doing with my stock trades. I know I'm kind of nerding out. I understand that, guys. But like, this isn't nerding out where like I'm nerding out and telling you about like something that is not important. I'm nerding out and telling you guys how to make money, which I think is the best way to nerd out. You guys could see it. I'm gonna post this later on. I'm gonna post this on my social media, but I want to make it like a cool collage, and I don't want to do that right now. All right, so at least again I can show you guys that right now. S&P 500. There's that nice little bounce play. Cool. So I didn't want to get filled and just get crushed on that dip buy or bounce play. You do have room to run, though, a little bit higher. I will look for a short 688.50 area over on the prop firm. Let's see if we can nail one. That's all it is. That's all we're looking for. Looking to nail one over on the prop firm until we get another penny stock ripper and runner. Right now, guys, we're up 500. We're having back-to-back $500 days. Nothing wrong with back-to-back $500 days, right? Nothing wrong with back-to-back $500 profits. Sean, can you paper trade on Cobra? I believe so. I believe every broker nowadays has paper trading available. And team, it is so important to paper trade. So important. When you are, just be honest with yourself. Guys, if you wanted to be a lawyer and you never studied law, do you think you could just walk into, again, a court case and win? Imagine if you wanted to be a surgeon and you know nothing about surgeons. You know nothing about doing a surgery. And all of a sudden they said, all right, hey, here's your patient. Go ahead and fix its lung. It's like you have no idea what you're doing. You're saying, oh, I didn't go to school yet. You know, I want to be a surgeon, but I got to learn how to do it. Why is stock trading so different? Hey, here's your court case. This guy said this guy said this. Go ahead and again defend this guy. Well, I don't know what to do. I don't know the law. Yes, you got to study. Hey, this guy just got shot. Save him. I don't know what to do. Hey, this stock is about to move. Go buy it. Okay, yeah, I'm going to buy it right away. This guy randomly on Twitter told me to buy it. Guys, you can't do that. Paper trade first. Learn how the stock market works. Study and then become successful. You know? So be willing at first to make mistakes. It's okay. Guys, I will look for, again, a possible short on the S&P 500 right here. Guys, S&P 500, going to look for a short right here and right now over on the US 500. And again, the reason why I'm doing the US 500 is because the US 500 here, traders, is the crazy version of, again, the S&P 500. It's the option. It's the futures. So the thing is, I am looking for the S&P 500 to basically hit like this downtrend here and reverse back on down and seeing if we can make like $1,000 on this play. So again, this is prop firm. This is essentially fake money, but I do want to obviously pass the prop firm. But I always like to go ahead and trade, like, you know, the craziness, the fun. Now I want to see if this thing keeps on spiking. I'm only going to risk, you know, maybe $1,500 or so if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, $1,500. It's still going on up, guys. I got to get out. Getting out. Still going on up right now. I got to get out of that position. It's still going on up. The next area to get filled would be the VWAP. So again, I'm trying to just nail one major direction. The S&P 500, I'm trying to nail one major direction. I think the S&P 500 is still going to crack a little bit. I think the S&P 500 is still going to get weaker. I think the S&P 500 is going to fade off overnight. I might do an overnight swing on this prop firm. I want to be able to pass this thing. I want to be able to absolutely crush it. I don't feel confident right now in the S&P 500. I feel like the S&P 500 has a better chance of falling than it does rising. But if you want to, like, remember, what's the easiest way to pass a prop firm? Buy 1 and 2. Buy one prop firm, buy the S&P 500, buy again the other prop firm, short the S&P 500. But again, you know, the US 500 is how you guys can make a lot of crazy money. Like, get in, get out, make a very quick profit. Next area for a possible short is going to be right above the VWAP, up towards around that 689, 689.90 area, 690 area. That's where I will again re-enter on some shorts. I'm going to re-enter on shorts if we get up towards 689.90. Now again, remember, this is prop firm. This is fake money to be able to get funded real money. Please understand that. I will again throw this out. This is not my Cobra account. This is not real money trading. This is again prop firm trading. I want to see if the S&P 500 pops on up towards around the 689.90 mark and then get that nice reversal back on down towards like 688, you know, make $5,000, push ourselves up above that profit target and make that money. I think we're going to get a little pop above the VWAP and that's where we hammer it. Like, the VWAP is 689.40. I think we go up towards like 689.70 and that's where we can hammer our shorts again. I'm happy we got out too. If we didn't get out, we'd be down a ton. If we didn't get out, you'd be down a ton. The US 500, you make a lot or lose a lot a little bit. You know, every time I pass a prop firm, I usually just trade the US 500, which is the futures of the S&P 500, which is going to be like a much more crazier version of the S&P 500. Little heads up. It's almost like trading SPX. Instead of SPY, you trade SPX, you know? If we see 689.50, 689.60, 689.70, that's where I'm going to hammer hammer some entries. We did just hit the VWAP right here. I'm hoping for a little break of the VWAP and then the reversal. That's what I want to see, a little break of the VWAP, then the reversal. Notice again that red candle, guys. Notice how you hit the VWAP, and that's like the drop I'm looking for. So trading the S&P 500 is a lot different than just trading a penny stock. You know, the penny stocks, guys, they have more predictability on where they're going to turn and reverse and drop and fade. You know, penny stocks are a little bit more, you know, easier to kind of figure out. That's why, you know, when I do the S&P 500, a lot of times I do long-term investments. Little side note, Min Chow! Min Chow! Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate you, Min Chow. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the squad. You absolutely gorgeous specimen of a human. I hope you haven't heard that today yet, because I want to tell you that you're absolutely gorgeous. Guys, 689. Let's keep on going. 689.90 is the goal. 689.75, 689. Like, get back up towards that area of 689.90, and then let's get ready for a possible reversal. So we had a big time drop, a little bit of a pop above that. Let's even go a little bit higher. Come back on up towards around some highs. And guys, if you want me to compliment you and tell you how absolutely stunningly beautiful you are, it's very simple. Just hit that subscribe button. Come on over here to tradecaster.com. Sign on up, and you are going to be a beautiful human. Flap your wings, you little butterfly. 6, guys. We got a little pop here again. We should keep on going towards around that 690 mark. 690 mark is, I think, the golden ticket area for us to be able to add in on the US 500. Have a little fun here. Not take any sort of risk. Make sure that we're, again, crushing it here. My little tiny butterfly, my little butterfly to flap its wings. I want you to flap, flap, flap away, flap, flap, flap away in my little tiny butterfly eyes. You're my little tiny butterfly eyes. Anyone ever heard that song before? I hope not. I hope you haven't. Guys, another little touch of the VWAP, getting another little reversal. Come on. Let's see if this thing can spike on up towards that 690 mark. I want to hammer down some shares. Give that 690 pop here, team. And then I'm hammering. I'm going after the prop firm today. Give me 690. And I'm hammering the prop firm. Let's pass this thing today. I think we are going to get a little tiny pop on up. A little bit of ripping and running up towards around that 690 mark. And that's just where I want to hammer it. I want to get filled. ONCY, NEON, POAS, ELPW, FEED. So right now, traders, I want to see what we could do. S&P 500 still high watch and high alert for that, you know, dollar rip and run, that dollar spike on up towards that 690 mark. Dek, check out EGHT. Does anyone see any sort of microcap plays that are trying to move on up? EGHT is not bad. It's kind of reminding me along the lines of BOXL. There's no real issues with it. But there's nothing there that's getting like the people excited. It's slow. It's steady. It's slowly building higher lows. It's not a bad play in any way. I'm not going to trash it. But it's not worth it for me to put my, like, it's not worth it for me to risk anything. For me to make, what, 5 cents, 10 cents? Right? You know, it's not fast enough there. So for me right now, as of right now, if conditions stay like this, I'll trade the prop firm. And I'm going to keep my $500. That's basically what I'm thinking. If conditions stay the same like this right now, I'm going to trade the prop firm. I'm going to keep my $500 profit. Also, if you guys have not seen, I do want to always, let me again grab this. These are my pop up. These are all my entries on the day. So if you guys have not seen my entries on the day, you guys can take a screenshot. Obviously, you guys can rewind the live stream. My first trade today was again this morning. I did trade EVTV, got in, got out. My second trade on the day was FEED. Got in, got out. Third trade on the day, ELPW. And my last trade on the day, ELPW. Biggest trade of the day was ELPW, $315, and then my other ones were about $100 profits here and there. Guys, right now we are still watching. See that small little bull flag setup getting tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter? I do think we're going to get a nice long upper shadow up near around 690, 691. Nice little bull flag setup where we're going to see if this thing could be able to continuously rip and spike and climb. But I appreciate every single person being here on this day. I appreciate every single person here that's watching. Every single person that wakes on up. Can I ask you guys, who here enjoys waking up every day? Your morning routine is being able to turn on, again, the live stream show. Every single person wakes up and says, you know what? Hey, you know what? I'm going to throw on Sean Dekmar. I'm going to, again, start off my day. It's a little family setting. Right? Who here, you know, while I'm on the topic, who here has pulled their kids out of public school and just says, you don't need to learn history. You don't need to learn mathematics. Just watch, again, Sean Dekmar every single day. I've had about, I want to say like 10, 12 different people pull their 8-year-olds out of kindergarten, said, you know what, we're not going to do public school. We're just going to have you watch the TV show every single day. That's fine. Guys, I'll be live streaming for the next 12 years. If that's what you want, again, I think that's an amazing parental decision. We're, again, building the youth. Cloud, hey, history is important. Chart history. Cloud, I like that. Chart history is very important. In today's class, we're going to be learning about the great chat of GameStop back in 2021. You guys remember that chart? We will have history class over on the Tesla chart when electric vehicles came on out in 2019. We will be going over the great meme battle of 2021 on the ticker GameStop. We will be going over some of the most incredible rare earth material space stocks and, again, the 2025 quantum computing chart history battles. Michael Caleb, I'm going to pull my 5th. Wamoki saying, Deck, this is my first time watching. I'm really digging this stream and I'm really loving this community. Hey, thank you so much. We are acceptance of all. Every single person here. We accept you. We love you. The only person we do not allow here is anyone that's under, if you're a male and not under 6 foot tall, if you are not, again, absolutely jacked to the gills, if you are fat and overweight, we do not accept you. If you are ugly in any version of yourself, you are not allowed here. If you are not a perfect 10 out of 10, you are not allowed to be here. If you did not start on your varsity basketball, football, baseball, track and field team, golf team, you are not allowed to be here. If you did not graduate with a 4.0 GPA, you are not allowed to be here. Other than that, you are completely accepted and welcomed in open arms. Come here. Come here. We appreciate you being here today. You absolutely perfect specimen. People say, oh man, I wish I could join again the Dekmar Trades Tradecaster community. I really wish I could. But I'm just too damn ugly. And you got that right. We don't want you here. But for every single person that is watching the stream and having access to the stream, you have again passed the test. You have gone where most people have never gone before. You have been able to, again, overcome things that most people fail to even get near. You are taking the stepping stones to be able to become that man, that myth, that legend that people will talk about for generations to come. You are that man. You are that woman. You are that person. A specimen. The top 1% of humanity. That's you. Guys, S&P 500, a little bit of a pop again. Guys, we're getting little tiny pops here. Little tiny pops. I still want to wait for my 691, 690, 50, 690, 20. So we're going to wait still a little bit more. A little bit more here. Deck, why do you like shorting so much than going long? Yeah, it's just shorting's 10 times easier. You know, I kind of go into that speech a lot. I'll go into hold on a second. We might have that S&P 500 pop. But really what it comes on down to is blue chip plays. Blue chip plays I rarely short. Like I don't ever short like a lot of times for long-term investments. Microsoft, Apple, Google, Tesla. 99% of the time they're going to go up. Penny stocks are bad companies. Just because a stock is on the stock market doesn't mean it's a good company. So I'll show you an example in a second, but let's just see if the S&P 500 continues to pop up a little bit. But really, what do I always say, guys, is the easiest way to do this is why do I short all the plays that I do? I short microcap plays. The reason why I do that is because take a look at a monthly chart. Over time, it's almost idiotic. And I try to be as blunt as I can. I don't try to I don't try to sugarcoat things as being politically correct when I'm teaching. And I'm sorry if that offends you. But it is very idiotic to short the S&P 500 trying to bet the next recession is going to happen. It is one of the dumbest things you could possibly do. It really is. And people always try to do it. Oh, I'm going to short the stock market because, again, the next big housing drop is going to happen. Traders, if you want to be the next great investor, just go long. I mean, guys, take a look at this. To be the next great investor, you went through 5 years of climbing and climbing and climbing, and then we had 6 months of falling. Then we have 3 years of climbing, 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 and then you have 3 months of falling. And then you have 1 year of climbing, 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 climbing. And then you had 2 months of falling. And I'm sure you guys can understand where this is going. Here you had 2 years of climbing. 2 years of climbing. And guess what, guys? Now you have a year of falling. Then you had, again, 6 years. Not 6 years, excuse me. 2 years of climbing. And you had 3 months of falling. And right now, guys, we have another full year of climbing. So it's like, traders, what is the point? Someone tell me, what is the point of even trying to predict when the next recession is? If you want to be like, the next Michael Burry, it's stupid. It is literally stupid because not only are you trying to find the time that barely happens, but you're trying to find the time that barely happens and doesn't pay out as much. You will make triple the amount of money if you just buy and hold on the S&P 500. It just goes up. And that is going to be relatively similar, right, to if you just do that on Microsoft. Microsoft has pullbacks, but guess what? It has incredible dip buys. Meta has pullbacks, but it basically just goes up. Apple has incredible pullbacks, but it basically just goes on up. Nvidia has, again, pullbacks, but it basically just goes on up. That's what I want you to understand. So again, to do long-term shorts and be like, I'm shorting the stock market is a very dumb thing. Now, yes, you can do it as a day trader. If I'm looking on a prop firm and I'm looking at resistance and doing a quick little trade, that's different, But again, there's no reason to ever do a long-term investment on a short, on a Mag 7 play. It just makes no sense. Now, on the other way, switch this over towards, again, the penny stocks, guys. These plays that I short every day. You can clearly see the odds are in your favor to buy Mag 7 plays and hold. What about shorting? BOXL was at $2,000. It's now at $2. FEED, that's a brand new play. SUNE was at the price of $600. It's now at 92 cents. SEG was at $13. It's at $1.60. ONCY was at $7. It's now at $1. Now, again, I'm not nitpicking. I'm just going through the top gainers today. CIGL was at $20. It's now at $3. MTEN was at $4,000. It wasn't really. They had reverse stock splits, but now it's at $2. JFBR was at, again, $4,000. It's now at 62 cents. NEON was at, again, $80. It's now at $2. Just because you're on the stock market doesn't mean you're a good play. Over time, all these plays fall and fade. So I just said, what are the odds that you buy the S&P 500 and it goes up over time? Like 99%. What are the odds that you short a penny stock, it's going to fall over time? 99%. So what do? I always go against these quick, hot press releases that get quick spikes. And then most likely, as you can see, the odds are they're all going to dump. The reason why so many people lose is they go, oh, I don't like to short. Well, why don't you like to short? Well, I just don't know how to do it. That's why 99% of people don't like shorting. Because I don't know how to do it. So they just continuously lose and lose and lose and lose and lose buying breakouts on shitty stocks. Right? We don't have to do that. We could be a 10 times better trader by just waking up every day and just saying, oh, that stock spiked up 400%. Yeah, it's going to come crashing on down, as they all do. Guys, it's so crazy. I've been stock trading for the last 10 years, 11 years now of my life. The first 2 years, again, I only did breakouts. Then again, I started figuring something out. Man, I buy and the stock goes on the opposite side. I find the stock, I find the hot play, I find the play that everyone's buying. I find like this is the stock that I'm going to do, and I buy it and it falls. I buy it and it falls, and I buy it and it falls. So you know what I said? How about I just start doing the same exact thing I'm doing and I just press the short button instead of the buy button? And guess what? Boom, I'm a full-time stock trader, right? I know, like, yes, you got to study. Yes, you got to put in work, but it does come on down to almost, it's that simple. How many people here buy stocks and it seems like the moment you buy them, they come crashing on down on you. The moment you get involved, they go in the opposite direction. Well, traders, it just sounds like you're a great shorter then. Waiting to be curved, waiting to be made, waiting for, again, your opportunity here. Guys, S&P 500. This stock, it did just come on up towards that 690 mark. Absolutely beautiful. I know I was kind of going to that little bit of that rant right there, but I do think that I'm going to get ready for, again, my shorts here. I want to see if, again, we are going to get that fade and fall. I do like the S&P 500 with an overall drop coming on up. And again, remember that the prop firm, our goal here, team, is to still make $5,000. If we can make $5,000, we get funded $100,000. So all it takes is one great trade. S&P 500 doing the US 500. Looking to see if, again, the S&P 500 is going to turn in reverse. Now, again, what's the goal? Get ourselves up $5,000 on the day. Or not $5,000 on the day, just $5,000 overall. And if we can get up over $5,000 overall, that's how we're going to be able to make this money. But usually the best way for us to be able to make this money is one or two very good solid trades. Not getting in, not getting out on prop firms, because they have all their rules and regulations and they have stop losses and max drawdowns. Usually the best thing to do, to be honest and be frank with you, is just do, again, one or two great trades on a large position with momentum on your side and hold it and allow the play to be able to fade and fall and do what you need it to do. That's what I like to do. So again, if we can make, $2,500 over on the S&P 500 right here and be able to, get half our target, half our gains, half our profits, that's a great way to kind of kick things on off. So especially if the S&P 500 can fade back underneath the VWAP, right? The S&P 500, we just had that little pop. I was waiting for that 690-ish mark, as you guys know. Waiting for that 690-ish mark. And now we got to see, can we fade back underneath the VWAP? If we can go back underneath the VWAP, that's a great, strong note for us. Why did AMD dump with good earnings? Now, a lot of people always ask that question. It's not that AMD had bad earnings, guys. AMD had good earnings. But AMD didn't live up to the expectations. Okay? So let's think about it as, let's bring up a Sean Dekmar analogy. Okay? A Sean Dekmar analogy here. Let's say you bought Justin Bieber tickets. Okay? I'm just making up an analogy. You're saying, oh, I just bought Justin Bieber tickets. And your friend said, hey, I saw Justin Bieber. And there's this really, really cool part of the show. He's going to, again, fire's going to come flying out. Fire's going to come flying out. He's going to swing like he's going to start floating around. He has wires connected to him. He's going to start floating around. And you start getting excited about that. And the whole show, you wait for that moment, and that moment never happens. Maybe Justin Bieber has the most incredible show, the greatest voice, the greatest songs, whatever. But it still was a letdown for you, kind of. Because you were expecting that he was going to start flying around with fire beams coming out. And it's like, oh, that never happened. So AMD, right? AMD had good earnings. But again, the analyst said, oh, they were going to be better. And since they didn't live up to the expectations, people were kind of let down. You have a great show, you had a great singer, you had a great songs, you had great everything. But still, you felt a little left down because you thought something else, something more was going to happen. Even though he did great, you thought something more was going to happen. And that's what kind of hurt. Guys, little side note. S&P 500 crashing on down here. Guys, S&P 500 are up $2,000 on the prop firm now. So let's see, can the S&P 500 crack underneath 689? Guys, 688. Look at the S&P 500. We're up $2,500. Guys, I am going to just kind of start on off right here. Take that gain. Take again $2,000 right here. Get ourselves back into the area we need to be. Awesome. Awesome, 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 guys. get our account back on up, get our account back to where it needs to be, get our account back to where it needs, and now again, we're at least back into the green over on, again, our account, making back again some earlier losses. Absolutely great job and absolutely great work. So again, just, I don't mean to be silly. I don't mean to be childish, guys, when I, again, bring up these analogies. Please understand that. I'm never trying to be childish. I'm never trying to be, trying to make things, like, sound dumb. I'm trying to make things sound simple. And I guess, like, the way that I learn is I don't learn well by people saying, oh, why is the S&P 500, dropping or moving? Well, guys, it's just coming on down to psychology and the overall sociology of the GDP. If we have the GDP, again, maxing out after the analysts, again, already talked about what the Trump administration is going to be doing with Greenland and the rare earth materials. And then on top of that, AI has been overbought over the last few years. And then we're incorporating SpaceX's IPO $1 trillion valuation. Like, if I wanted to just talk big words to sound impressive, that's one thing. But every single day, you guys would leave and say, I didn't really learn anything, right? I learned nothing. It's like he was engaging and he sounds super smart, so I try to listen, but I didn't learn anything. Just because, again, I'm trying to talk and bring things down to a very simple level doesn't mean, again, it's very simple trading. No, it's just, again, I can talk big words if I want to, but I'm trying to help you guys actually understand the markets, So right here, team, we did, again, just make some money over on the prop firm. As long as that stays underneath the VWAP of 689 or 690, you guys can keep on holding. On top of that, ELPW, EVTV, FEED, $500 in profit. Traders, really good day today. Really fun, really good day today. Yesterday we made $500 in profit. Today, we made $500 in profit. And to be frank with you, I really don't think there was much more we could have done. I mean, we traded the hottest plays of today. We traded the hottest opportunities of today. We traded ELPW. We traded FEED. We watched all the big spikers. Stock market, day trades were getting a little slow. We went after the S&P 500. We had the perfect short entry up near 690. Market's starting to fade and fall back on down. We've answered questions. We've gone into lessons. We are doing absolutely everything. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are not, make sure you guys come on over here to tradecaster.com. If you guys want to be able to support me, support this community, be able to have, again, live stream access every day, join, again, the Tradecaster family. Come on over here, sign on up to a monthly, semi-annual, annual, or, again, lifetime membership over on Tradecaster. We absolutely love working with you guys and having our community grow every single day. We have over 1,000 members over on Tradecaster.com. You guys can sign up to a free 7-day pass. And again, I would absolutely love for every single person to be here, to be able to work with you guys, to be able to continue to teach you guys how to trade stocks and be able to do things the right way. Obviously, my goal is to make you money. My goal is to see you be successful. My goal is to see you thrive, to see you guys have a changed lives, to be able to have an understanding of the stock market. Hit the description, grab Cobra, grab Fox Runner, grab Trade Ideas, and grab One Stop Prop. S&P 500 is starting to fade and fall. We are starting to get some weakness. Do we have any final questions, comments, or concerns? Please let me know with anything that you guys may or may not need. Any final questions, comments, or concerns? We are a team here. We are a family here. And all we want to do is help you guys on out with anything that you guys do need. Man, what a day it was. Guys, we're crushing it in 2026. And I will say this, team. I know some people aren't a big fan of this. And I want to be open and honest. There was a time that I would stream from 7 a.m. to about 11 o'clock as we do. But then I would stream again from around 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. And the thing is, I stopped doing that. I stopped streaming from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. And the reason why I honestly stopped is because I was over trading. And not only was I over trading, I was also, again, basically on stream. I realize people are here watching. You guys want to trade, and I'm forcing trades, looking for trades, not only putting people in bad trades, but again, putting myself in bad trades. I'm putting myself in positions that just aren't good. Ever since I only started trading in pre-market and only started trading in the beginning of the day, that's where I was able to have the most amount of success. I'm taking $500 and I walk away. I win $1,000 and I walk away. I win $1,500 and I walk away. I don't trade 50 times in a day. I wait for 3, 4, 5 great setups. I make my money. I lock it in. I walk away. And that has really transformed my trading. Transformed it in better. Transformed in discipline. Transformed in getting away when things slow down. You know what I mean? So again, I do want you guys to realize that it's all about just understanding once you're in that profit zone, you're good. Hey guys, is anyone still holding their S&P 500 prop firm short? Is anyone else passing the prop firm right now? You guys, if you guys are holding the same exact short that I have, you guys would be up over $5,000 right now. Shout out to everyone right there. Guys, look at the S&P 500. Trader Mike, again, seeing that one drop back on down. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Absolutely insane. Absolutely great work from everyone. Hey, team, thank you so much. Eric, Concrete Trader, thank you so much, buddy. I absolutely love being here with you guys day in and day out. Being able to, again, thrive, be able to survive, be able to accomplish, able to conquer, be able to, again, grow every day on stream with you. This is an absolute joy. It's a blessing to have you guys here. Guys, please hit that thumbs on up, subscribe, hit that smash. Come on over to tradecaster.com, sign up to a free 7-day pass, and let's keep this party going. Thank you so much, traders. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, and we are back after it tomorrow making more money. Let's do it. 2026 is your year. I'm here to guide you and, again, be able to bring you to the top. I love you, team. Help me wrap it on up. In 3, 2, 1. Ah! Woo! 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 Oh! 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 I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up everywhere. I love you guys.
White Iverson. When I started balling, I was young. You gon' think about me when I'm gone. I need that money like the ring I never won. I want.
The club on the weekend, I can see her getting drunk with my best friend. I couldn't wait for the summer and the Warped Tour. I remember it's the first time that I saw her there. She's getting kicked out of school cause she's failing. I'm kinda nervous cause I think all of her take me. She's the one, she'll always be there. She took my hand and I made it, I swear. I fell in love with the girl at the rock show. She said what? And I told her that I didn't know. She's so cool that I see me through the window. Everything's better when she's around. Can't wait till the parents go out of town. I fell in love with the girl at the rock show. Woo-hoo. Darling, 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 oh.
Do you remember 21st night, September? Love was changing the minds, pretenders, while chasing the clouds away.
'Cause it's too cold for you here and now, so let me hold both your hands in the hole. It's too cold for you, the hole of my sweater.
slut.
Cause all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections.
Tell me how's it feel sitting up there, feeling so high, but too far away to hold me. You know I'm the one who put you up there, named in the sky. Does it ever get lonely? Thinking you could live without me. Thinking you could live without me. Thinking you could live without me.
Blame it on the booze, got you in a loose. Blame it on the drone, got you in the zone. Blame it on my alcohol. Blame it on my alcohol. Blame it on my vodka. Blame it on the idiot. Blame it on the tap dance definition. Blame it on my alcohol.
I don't fuck with you, bitch. I got no feelings to go. I swear I had it up to here. I got no ceilings to go. I mean for real. Fuck how you feel. Fuck your 2 cents if it ain't going toward the bill. Yeah, and every day I wake up celebrating shit. Why? Cause I just dodged a bullet from a crazy bitch. I stuck to my guns. That's what made me rich. That's what put me on. That's what got me here. That's what made me stupid. That's I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, bitch. I don't give a fuck about you or anything that you do. Don't give a fuck about you or anything that you do. Stupid ass. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, bitch. I don't give a fuck about you or anything that you do. Don't give a fuck about you or anything that you do. With you.
One taught me love, one taught me patience, and one taught me pain. Now I'm so amazing, said love and I've lost. That's not what I see. So look what I got, look what you taught me. Yeah, for that I say thank you. Next, thank you. Next, thank you. I'm so fucking grateful for my ex. Thank you. Next, thank you. Thank you.
And I don't ever wanna be you. Don't wanna be just like you. Oh, what I'm saying is this is the anthem. Throw all your hands up, you. Don't wanna be you. Don't wanna be just like you. Oh, what I'm saying is this is the anthem. Throw all your hands up, you. Don't wanna be you.
Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy.
Hey, what up,
Grab
girl?
my glasses, I'm out the door. I'm gonna hit this city.
Let's go.
Before I leave, brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack. Cause when I leave for the night, I ain't coming back.
Lately, I've been thinking, I want you to be happier. I want you to be happier. Even though I might not like this, I think that you'll be happier. I want you to be happier. Then only for a minute, I want to change my mind, 'cause this just don't feel right to me. I wanna raise your spirits. I want to see you smile. Know that you got.
Are you seriously watching porn by yourself?
Don't go crying to your mama, 'cause you're on your own in the real world. Don't go crying to your mama.
I think that you'll be happier. I want you to be happier.